Alright. I think this should work. I think this should work. Don't mind my 14 character. She will be leaving the screen soon in place for Samosa POV. I'll be playing Smorog. SMROG. What? Huh? What's that game? Yeah, that's a new one for me. How far are you? I'm pretty. I'm end game. We last stream. We did the Pirate Homeworld Leviathan. And I think that for today, oops, immersion broken. We will. We will most likely be collecting the items so we can go and fight Dark Samus, just because I like doing these games 100%, and that way there's a little bit more stream and more time for us to chat. Super Mario RPG. Oh, okay, yeah. I want to get Super Mario RPG, but it's definitely going to be on my holdback list. Oh, thank you, Midnight. Thanks for the sub. Appreciate it. Which file was it? Oh boy, this has been a while. Is it Joey? Oh, just in case anybody's wondering, these are my friends from back in college when the Wii U was still new. Yeah, I've also been playing the trilogy version. If you want to catch up with the other parts of the stream, you can go over in Orpheon Station. And that's where the rest of the VODs of streams are in there. I'm playing this on actual Wii U hardware because I am very retro like that. 56 months. Thank you so much, Midnight. I really appreciate your support, Teach, and your help with Redacted. Which I'll show you, send you some previews about Redacted later. Hey there, chat. So yeah, today we're just gonna go on and do some cleanup. Just because I like, when I play Metroid games, I really like to go for the 100% unless your name is Zero Mission, in which case I don't really care. Because there's some puzzles in that game that I just... My fingers and my mental dexterity are not good. I suffer from a lot of skill issue, and I cannot collect 100% for those. And that's part of the reason why I haven't done a 100% guide on that game as a video yet, like I did for Fusion and Dread. And it's because I don't really want to sit down and record doing all that stuff. So if there's anyone out there who wants to, like, contribute by supplying some footage, I'd be happy to do the video. Like, I know the things, I just cannot execute them to get footage from my end.
3, my beloved.
Oh, hello, Midnight. Jeez, the jump scare. It wasn't even a Poyu.
No.
No Poyus for me. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I
don't know how loud my volume is, though.
Yeah, I hear you good. My end.
Okay.
I think chat should be able to hear you as well. I did make sure to check that before starting this stream this time.
I mean, it wouldn't be a stream without sound issues.
Orpheon.
Oh, my brother is here!
Hello, Midnight's brother. How you doing?
I didn't even realize you were in my chat. You didn't say anything.
Ooh, me?
No, my brother. Of course you were.
Alright, this should be a little bit easier because of the setup. Again, I like Metroid Prime 3. Oh, thank you for the sub, Taco. But...
Hype train!
But... Oh, hype train?
Hype train incoming!
Let's go! That's so cool. Thank you, guys. But again, the Wii motion sensor bar is definitely not my favorite, given how my current, like, room setup is set up at the moment. Oh wait, where am I going? This item is over there. So yeah, today's stream menu is collecting all the items. So I'm warming up for a fusion race. Is it like a speedrunning race or just a casual race? Because I like playing races in a casual setting. This can be fun. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Yes.
Oh shit. Yeah, speedrunning? Oh, okay. The last time I speedrun Metroid Fusion, it was 10 years ago. I used to. I used to speedrun a lot of Fusion. But then I don't know, I guess I lost interest. It's also time. Like, I have less time, so... Oh shit, thank you, Taco, for the gifted sub. But yeah. I'm really hoping they put this and Echoes on Switch. Oh, me too. There's a lot of games I would love on the Switch just because either I replay them a lot and I do not want to carry another handheld with me, sort of like a Link Between Worlds, which is my favorite 2D Zelda game. And you know the other of the trilogy. But at the same time, I'm taking this fact that they haven't quite announced, or that they didn't, I should say better, that they didn't announce them when Prime Remaster, as a sign that they perhaps wanted to shift focus into making those also proper remasters, because I did hear that there was no plans on remastering Prime 2 and 3, and it was just like giving them the Skyward Sword HD treatment, which I think would be a giant disservice, as much of that disservice as also was for Skyward Sword. Also, thank you for the bits, Midnight.
I'm trying to get the hype.
I appreciate it, and I respect it. Also, guys, look, we found them. A Gamer. If I'm not mistaken, this is the only Gamer that's ever in the game.
Yes.
Oh shit, thank you, Midnight. Look at him. Look at him with his non-existent rig, just moving from one side to another. It's actually...
He reminds me of something, I just don't know what.
Pincurchin. Is it the Pokemon Pincurchin?
I mean, yes. But something else. I think he reminds me... There's some kind of Zelda enemy that I think I'm thinking of. I just don't know what that enemy is. That's the issue.
Gamer?
Zelda.
Oh, you mean like it's Zelda?
Yeah. It reminds
Zelda?
me of something. I don't know.
I can't think of the top of my head of a Zelda enemy that's basically looks like a bug hedgehog.
No, I think it's just the face.
Ah. Okay.
I think it's just the face that reminds me of something.
Hey, Deadweight, thanks a lot for the sub. How you doing, dude? How's the Mario ROM hack coming along? Well, I call it a ROM hack. I guess it's level pack. I don't know what's the correct terminology. Shit. Thank you.
Let's go, hype train.
Thank you, everybody. If we could only have this same type of enthusiasm when it's not Metroid on the stream, please. I love Metroid, but I'm also just trying to branch out a little bit, is all. I always like this texture idea, that it kind of creates motion over here. It's very cool. No problem, didn't expect to see this. Well, expect the unexpected. I was a little bit ahead of schedule, and I asked for my Friday to be off, so... my personal project that I'm working on, the quote-unquote redacted, that I'm getting ready to show soon, is coming really well. I might have to delay it a bit, just because of the awkward timing that is right now, but... if that were the case, it'd still be, like, very early-ish next year.
Redacted.
Yeah, you might be seeing teasers, official, like, announcements and teasers for that. And then coming out later. I'm just trying to plan it so that it doesn't coincide with, like, you know, January and February, where a lot of things are dead because the holidays just passed over. Mr. Orpheon is playing Peak Troid Prime 3. Well, I mean, Peak Troid for me is Echoes and Fusion. Don't at me. But I totally respect those who enjoy Prime 3. Oh, shit. Who gifted sub? I cannot read that tiny on my screen. Who was that? Was it Taco again?
Taco gifted a tier 1 sub.
Oh my gosh.
He's got 222 subs, baby.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Taco.
Literally in Taco's words, 222 subs, baby.
Oh my gosh, Taco really being the #1 supporter. It's a mod. It patches the code of the original game without permanently changing it. It also has maps and all ROM hacks change the ROM of the game and redistribute it. More
Oh my god,
illegal.
Amory.
Oh, okay, I see. Thank you for the clarification. I was always curious, just too lazy to search out for myself. Oh, the new
300
theater
height.
play delayed? Yeah, the new theater. Totally delayed. The face reveal. If anything, at least we'll get a semblance of a face reveal when Redacted comes out. But it'll be in chibi form.
Redacted.
It'll be in chibi
My
form.
beloved.
There's a lot of progress on Redacted Midnight. A little bit too scarily.
A little.
A little what? You got
What?
cut off. You got cut off.
No, I was asking you to repeat.
There's a considerable amount of progress to a scarily degree.
Ooh.
But you know, I'm just ironing out stuff. I think chat and and everybody else knows how much of a stickler for details I am.
Yes.
So I am trying to incorporate as much finer details as I can, just for that icing on the cake. Oh, thank you for the hype train, by the way. I'm just looking at it.
3 hype train. Keep it going, guys. We got a hype train to push down the train tracks.
Oh, gotcha.
We got a steam engine to fill. Let's go. Get it going.
Speaking of Steam. I don't know. I was gonna make a joke with Steam, but nothing came to mind, so I just derailed it. 75%. Let's go. Special ending.
Would you say that your thought left the station?
No.
Your train of thought left the station?
My train of thought derailed into the ground and killed a million of innocent bystanders in the form of other thoughts in my head.
Oh. Not where I thought that was going.
Oh my god. Thank you so much for the bits. You know me, I like to exaggerate everything when I can.
Oh my god!
Anything that's silly.
My
gosh, Taco, thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate the support. It means a lot.
Oh my goodness, Taco.
Alright, I'm trying to have a train of thought, but you guys keep derailing it with announcements. I feel like I'm on the train trying to have like a regular conversation, and then the train conductor keeps going, "Ladies and gentlemen, if you look to your left, you will see."
Oh my god, that wait. Why did I bother resubbing when I could have gotten it for free if I'd waited 4 minutes?
My gosh, how many did Taco? How many?
5.
Holy crap.
He gifted 5, and then it got us from one train hype train of level 3 to 45% of a hype train level 4.
Taco and Midnight are the hype train enthusiasts for real.
Listen,
for real.
I see a hype train going, and I immediately the brain just goes, now you gotta keep it going.
Supported my friend for nothing. No, you still support it. And the fact that it came from you means a lot more. Because it came from you. It wasn't a gifted sub. It was a sub. Not to mention that I didn't gift it. That I dislike gifted sub. But also, thank you for the follow. I really hope everybody's enjoying their time. The question is going to be, what the fuck Metroid game are we going to continue playing after Corruption on stream?
Children!
Sorry, Midnight, do you want to repeat that? Because it sounded like you said, peak. Totally not trying to start a flame war. Totally not.
Listen. It might be a Swiss cheese garbage fire, but it's my Swiss cheese garbage fire.
I think it has a couple of redeeming qualities to it. And one thing I've always supported is the fact that they tried something different. Like, we just came off
they made an
Zero Mission and, you know, finishing the timeline with Fusion, and then Dread was not working out, and Prime 3 had concluded. So it's like, we cannot just recycle the same thing again. It'll lead to stagnation, and then the Metroid franchise, nobody loses if the franchise stagnates. So let's try something wacky and different. That it failed? Oh, absolutely. But at least they tried, and I think that's worth.
Yeah. They made an attempt, and I can at least respect it.
Yeah, same here. Like, I really encourage creativity, even when it leads to things that don't work, because at least you gave it a try. You were creative, and you decided to step out of the comfort zone, which is what, in my opinion, plagues a lot of other franchises. It's just the fact that it's the same game, that the same formula for forever, and all that stuff. Like Kit, and you know it. Yeah, I know you are a dead way. It's all good. It's all fine and it's silly. Other M has no bad ideas and no flawless executions. When do you think Prime 4 will be released? My prediction is that we may be getting another teaser this following year, with a release in either 2025 or 2026.
All I'm saying is if it releases in 2025, I got some things to save up for.
Oh my gosh.
I got some things to save up for.
Yes. What else is coming in 2025 that you have to save up for?
I have no idea. But I would imagine there would be other things happening in 2025.
Yeah. Other M's feedback was for sure taking into account with the games after it as well. Samus Returns and Dread have some of the ADS and takedowns.
They had the melee counters.
I don't know, making... Yeah, it is true. There's the melee, there's like some of the puzzle elements. The diffusion beam came back.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
I like the diffusion. I like the colors of the diffusion beam.
Yeah. I don't know, making you have to stand still in order to use missiles in a series largely based on movement feels like a bad idea to me. Yes, I agree, but however, I do not blame Team Ninja or the... I feel like this is a fault that lies more with Nintendo rather than the developers, because the problem with Other M that I think not many people bring up, because everybody's just too busy, once again, tearing the story apart and all that stuff, is the fact that it was a sort of like, what if Bayonetta is being controlled with a Wiimote? And then we have to force a Wiimote gimmick into it. So what's the forced Wiimote gimmick? Aiming at the screen. But how do we incentivize people to aim at the screen a lot more? Oh, I know. We'll put the missiles. And because we do not have nunchucks, we must have them standing still. So it's not denying that, yes, it's a terrible idea, but again, I think it's something more to blame to, like, the Nintendo higher-ups who during this wacky Wii U, Wii DS era, everything, especially first-party, needed to have a gimmick that sold the system. Just look at poor Star Fox 0. And that was just a byproduct of that, because I'm pretty sure that if you left it on the hands of Team Ninja, they would develop the game with the Classic Control Pro on mind, where you have, you know, 2 joysticks and buttons so you can have a proper combat instead of having to bring those weird compromises because your producer company is essentially demanding them for your game. It's like a checklist you have to.
Yeah. I was gonna say, wasn't it like a conscious decision on Nintendo's part of just like, you must have the Wiimote? Like,
yeah, you must have the Wiimote in it.
Wiimote.
You must have the Wiimote in your game, and with it, a Wiimote, 2 Wiimote gimmicks. Which is why also Metroid Prime 3 is like, aim here, shoot, you know, rip off that panel, twist to that nunchuck, fire at the specific enemy. Shoutouts to Johnny.
Listen, I will always forgive Other M for giving Samus's power suit the cleanest sound.
Oh no, yeah, the sound design in Other M.
When she moved, it was just so aesthetically pleasing to me. I made a whole compilation of it, like, on my phone when the game released, because I was like, I just wanted the noises, I just wanted the sound.
It's very cool. It's very sci-fi-ish. I wish they brought some of those into Dread, for giving how more cutscene oriented it is. I like the fact that it kind of gives it that techno-organic material vibe.
Yes.
Especially the Team Ninja provided multiple times that they can do very clean games. Yeah, I mean, it's the same as, like, if, you know, I'm using the Bayonetta example because just like Bayonetta, Dread is clearly a hack and slash oriented but with bullets. And they try to put that into a Wiimote. The fact that it somehow kinda works using kinda in this giant, bold, italic, quoted lines is commendable, but again, I wouldn't be opposed to the idea of a second run of Dread, Other M, with, you know, now using a proper controller and all that other stuff. Maybe it could be made by Team Ninja, sorry, Platinum Games and stuff like that, given that they have a nice friendship with Nintendo. Okay, I am trying to do this so I can read chat, but my skill issue is getting in the way. I apologize. At least the Wii U managed to humble them into not shoving their gimmicks onto a second and third party devs. I'd say it was more shoved into third-party devs when it was officially, like, Nintendo was the production company. Like, Nintendo was publishing their game. So they're giving you the money to make the game, therefore you must meet their demands, but I totally see what you mean. I think it's more the fact that the Switch was, like, less sicko mode, and it just uses regular controllers, so it's easier for third-party developers to adapt their games when they do not have to create, like, essentially a unique... I keep forgetting this platform exists because it's so well hidden under the ice, behind the ice, and all that other stuff. Oh my god, chat. Oh my god, chat. You guys are going way too fast. Hey, boss, you playing on Dolphin? Or will you believe me if I tell you this is an actual Wii U hardware? I'm playing this on the Wii U. I have this conversation with chat every single time I mention that I'm playing this on actual hardware. I know about the Prime hack and all that stuff. Just let me be. I'm retro. I like playing it off the vintage console if I have it on hand. Resolution and all that stuff be damned. I want to enjoy Metroid Prime 3 the same way I've been doing in 2009, given that I'm playing the trilogy version. Hey, you know what Wii games uses no Wii gimmicks whatsoever? I don't know. Didn't like me that way. Oh, hell yeah, first stream I'm catching in forever. Stream is coming. Do clean on that hardware. Well, thank you. I know about the Prime hack. Sorry if I sounded a little bit too, like, dismissive and stuff like that. It's just, like, I'm very retro. I'm very old school.
Oh, hello.
Like, I am about to start my... Oh, so thank you for the follow. I'm about to start my first ever playthrough of Pokemon Platinum, and I'm deciding to play it on, like, an actual cartridge on an actual DS Lite, just so I can get, like, that full immersion. And while my PC and ROM hack of Prime hack might look pretty, and all these quality of life insurance improvements, I don't know, there's something about playing it on that retro console that makes my brain melt, so I cannot do a simple bomb jump puzzle anymore. Chat, please help me. My skill issue is really getting the best of me today. Alright. This is the... It's the momentum. There we go. I have to start the momentum beforehand. I keep forgetting. The physics are actually kind of funky. Oh my god. What is the best Metroid Prime game? Echoes, don't at me. That's my favorite one. Echoes, my beloved. I like it because it's so different to the rest. There's no space pirates. There's no Ridley. It's a brand new threat. The Dark World, like, dread. The dread that you get for traveling into the Dark World and all that stuff. It's got its flaws, but it's my favorite. So I'm trying to scroll over the text. Little King Story, that's the Wii game, but doesn't that use point controls? Isn't that also a gimmick? The pointer controls? No complaints, man. Last time I played this was 2018 on the Wii, and agreed, I can only play Pokemon on OG hardware. Yeah, it's stuff like that. Like, I just like being... When I can be retro, I'd rather be retro. It adds a little bit of charm to it. At least nostalgia value for me, given that, like, you know, I grew up... Like, say, when I replay Gen 1 Pokemon, it's on my Game Boy Color. I reset my save file, and I play it while my battery still works. Doesn't even have pointer controls? Okay, the more you know. Echoes was awesome level... has awesome level of challenge I can't get enough of. Yeah, I love it. Because, like, I also like the creatures in Echoes because, like, as Corruption shows, the creature design on the world, it's a little bit more lacking, in my opinion, and... Whoa, my Wii sensor bar is... Wii sensor bar, are you okay? Are you having a stroke? Or do you need a moment to play the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy 14? We might have another stream late tonight for 14, depending on how things work out throughout the day. All right, there's two items in here. Oh, thank you, Taco, for the sub again. Didn't you sub already, Taco? Oh, this is your alt. I forget. I keep forgetting. Thank you, though. I really appreciate all you guys turning in, showing up. What other games aside from Metroid would you like to see me stream? Please let me know. Little King Story and Ori do not count because I already have those in my list. Federation Force? If only I could. We actually tried emulating that because we do not have a 3DS capture card, and the emulation didn't quite work out well. And we're still trying to find ways to fix it because that way we could do a 3 or 4 player Federation Force stream. Ever tried Hollow Knight? I've tried Hollow Knight, not Hollow Knight. I need to get back to it, to be quite honest. You have such a good streamer voice. Do I? Do I really? Do I really? I know, thanks for the compliment, but do I really? Prime 2 enemies, I think, were the best in the whole series. Mini quads had this awesome way of fighting them. I could talk about the bosses for hours. Yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of great stuff in Echoes that I think people just overlook because of its understandable annoyances. Do not get me wrong. I understand where the crowd who dislike Echoes is coming from, but come on, man. I think Prime 3 is a little bit more annoying. Thank you for the sub, by the way. I really appreciate it. What about Prime Hunters? What about Prime Hunters? The game that has a lot of platforming over, you know, out of bounds pits, and if you fall out of bounds in any of those, you die. And you just die, you do not reset. So it becomes a little bit annoying. We could stream Hunters through the Wii U. Unless there's probably like a mouse and keyboard mod. I do not like how the Wiimote and sensor board just moves. You enunciate really clearly and you have a really smooth voice. Well, thank you. I just speak the way I spoke it. Sometimes I do get my languages mixed, so like I'm speaking in English and then I say it like if you say it in Spanish, and that's the funniest when it happens. Ori stream? Yes, I'm trying to finish Prime 3 so we can put Ori in the Blind Forest or whichever is the one you want it, Taco, on the stream. Hunters is hilarious. It feels like a Metroid fan mod or something. It does feel like that, except the multiplayer mode goes a little bit too hard. I mean, it's clearly the main focus of Hunters was the multiplayer mode. But it's surprising how this Nintendo DS game has more content into it on day one that some shooters today have, like Splatoon and Overwatch when they came out. And stuff like that. I always found that super crazy. It's pretty funny when your English has Spanish grammar. Yeah, that happens a lot. Midnight can attest to it. She's proofreading a lot of my writing.
What have I done?
That my English has Spanish grammar.
Yes.
and my Spanish has English grammar. It goes both ways.
It's flip-flops, which I find funny.
Yeah, it is both ways.
I noticed it more when I was editing the dialogue.
Yeah. That's why I kind of struggle with dialogue, because it's like my brain is like, okay, make up your mind, and I'm just writing it, and I think it's right. Please load faster. Any thoughts on Axiom Verge games? I liked the first one. I found the backtracking to be super annoying. I really liked the vibes. I thought it could have a little bit more of its own identity in the sprites. I have not played the second one, but I was very excited for it. Opinions on Fire Emblem? I like Fire Emblem before the Three Houses era. I am not a fan of the Switch era of Fire Emblem, story and presentation-wise. I enjoy some of the ideas. I love Fire Emblem. It's not like if I turn around that there is a Lucina Figment, a Lucina plushie, and all this other stuff. I really like Fire Emblem. I liked Awakening, I liked Fates, I left Radiant Dawn, and stuff like that. I even bought like that collector's edition Fire Emblem game they released 2 years ago or so, for like the original. But that's I really like it. My only things with the newer ones that I feel that the story is kind of there, and at least with Three Houses, because I just didn't bother with Engage. It was just that while the freedom of recruiting everybody and making my own team was fun, it also took away some of the challenge from having sort of maps designed for one specific challenge versus these maps that are recycled over and over and over again. And that some of the character arcs could be a little bit better or come out of nowhere and stuff like that. But I can totally see why people like Midnight totally jive with it. Go Black Eagles.
I just like my silly deer.
I just like I like
my silly deer.
We've talked about this, Midnight. We've talked about this.
We agree on general fronts.
Yeah, we agree in general fronts. Like the cool thing about it is that you can be a Fire Emblem Three Houses fan, and I can be a Fire Emblem Three Houses hater. But we can both have a civil discussion about what the things do well and bad in it.
Yeah.
Because
that's how I am with a lot of things. Where it's like, yeah, I like this, and I can acknowledge that it sucks. However,
if the game was more like the Ashen Wolves campaign, I probably would have liked it a little bit more. Yeah. My complaints come mostly for gameplay rather than story, I would say. Yeah, oh my god, you guys are... thank you for the follow. If only you guys could be this active in every other stream. But I really appreciate it. I am sorry if I'm not reading chat. You guys are just chatting a little bit too much fast from what I'm usually used to. Chat, why are you quoting Kulex from Mario RPG and other boss that'll remain anonymous from Final Fantasy IV? Yeah, Thorn Jungle. That's the one.
Okay, I must jump out because I gotta go make myself lunch. I haven't eaten yet. It's 2 o'clock.
Alright, I'll see you, mate. So, thank you for hopping in.
No problem.
Be this active for Little King Story? No, be this active for Xenoblade Chronicles X so I can get my copium and perhaps sequel port. Would you play Genealogy of the Holy War if it came for the Switch? What the fuck is that kind of... What's that game? That doesn't sound like a real game. That sounds like a bait. Oh my god. Suggestion for stream games: Castlevania 3 on the NES. Is that on Switch Online? If not, I guess I can emulate it. I played that a while back. I just suck at NES Castlevanias. I gotta be honest, I don't really like the music in Prime 3 that much. There's some tracks that I love, but like these themes have nothing. Oh, Face Swords, my favorite enemy. Whoever at Retro decided to come up with this idea and put them everywhere. I would just like to have a conversation and where I can go and ask you why. Why did you decide to make these orb enemies so annoying and they spawn everywhere? Oh great, now I'm in hyper mode. Seriously. I think that if Prime 3 were gonna get the remaster treatment, I really want them to change a lot of stuff. I could make a video about that, but I'm not. I've heard about it and I've never played Fiery Emblems. All right, let me look that up. Let me look that up. Genie. Oh, that's a Fire Emblem game. See, it's so funny how you go genealogy of the Holy War into 3 houses and engage. You know? That's why I didn't believe it. I thought it was just a game called Genealogy of the Holy War, and I'm like, I don't like where that title is going. Oh, will you look at that? Another face sword. How fun. Isn't this enemy fun? Isn't it so fun that it spawns in all of the planets? No matter what happens? Does anybody know how you can destroy the tinier bits? I'd say Prime 3 needs to change the most. Echoes is just tweaks. But like, this is the third, these are 6 phasoids I have to fight in Brio instead of whatever wildlife could live in Brio. Oh, make that, oh no, I think I'm going backwards. Am I going backwards? No, that's the 7th phasoid. And then you tell me Echoes needs changes? That's the 8th phasoid. There's 8 phasoids. Why do you need so many of these? Why couldn't you just create more creatures that repopulate Brio after the pirates take over? 9 phasoids. 9 phasoids. And then they tell me Echoes is the broken. And then they tell me Dark Commandos are the broken ones. There is an item in this, isn't there? Yeah, I did not pay attention to this because I was having my aneurysm because of phasoids. The bane of my Metroid existence. I would rather fight the Dark Commando Troopers and actually have to fight them than a phasoid. Or a Metroid Hatcher. Or whatever they're called, that they spin and they have the tentacles and stuff like that. Skill issue. No, it's just skill issue. I'm sorry. Skill issue. Forget. That's the answer. That's the answer for everything in the internet now. You don't like something? Skill issue. I jest on the skill issue. Fuck phasoids though. Yeah, Albert, long time to seeing you. Yeah, it's been a long time. How you doing, chat member? I hope everything's fine. Si solamente se abriera esta puta puerta porque este juego tarda tanto en cargar las otras cosas y me va a tirar otro phasoid. Oh no, Shriek Bats. Huh. Wait, I cannot get up here, can I? Nope. I gotta go the long way around. Oh, goody. Echoes is the broken one, they say. Because, like... Echoes is just like 3 bosses, and those are just like bosses. At least in Prime 3 is just enemies, regular enemies you're fighting on top of bosses. Because, you know, Moganar is not fun to fight. Helios is not fun to fight. None of the Ridleys are kind of that fun to fight because one is basically a glorified shoot 'em up, and then the other one is constantly doing a lot of wacko stuff. Gandrada, my beloved, is a pain in the ass to fight. Rundas and Gore are fun, but Rundas can die like a little bitch if you just use hyper mode. Dark Samus, the final Dark Samus fight though is sick as fuck. Alright, that's not over here. Excuse me, Reptilicus. I know about your ancient war between those who worship the altar of power and those who follow the methods of science. Look it up. It's true. Oh my gosh. It doesn't help that the music is also very drab and Kenji fucking I keep mixing up like my Japanese developers' names, but the composer really just did not give as much effort in this as the other games, in my opinion, giving that, I don't know, But if you die to the bosses, you basically have to go through the whole area again due to the lack of save points. That only really applies for the bosses you mentioned. That only really applies to the Spider Guardian, because the Alpha Block, there's a save room like 2 rooms before it. Same as Chica, same as Boost Guardian, same as Quadraxis. It's only really the Spider Guardian because of how the game is set up and all that stuff. But that's an easy fix with just like creating, you know, auto load points before save bosses. Kind of like how Dread did it.
Hey, I will summon my ship in defense mode to pick up this container. And it's flying away. Look at it flying away. Oh, there's a new thing down there.
That's Fantoon. My brother's Crocomire. How about this? Since you guys have really been generous and donated a lot, I'll try and convince my brother to come upstairs and say hi. Given that he's gonna be back home for a while. Unless if chat wants Crocomire to say something. Now's your chance. Nice, energy tank. There we go. I'm really excited about Mario RPG and stuff like that, but I'm probably not gonna get it until later, because I kind of want to play Mario Wonder a little bit more. Although I honestly am a little bit more excited at the prospect that RPG, you know, got a remaster. I really did not expect seeing my boys Gino and Mallow ever again. Because of Square Enix more than Nintendo. Random thought, but imagine if they brought back Metroid for Prime 4. That'd be fun. It'd be more fun if, hear me out, they brought Crocomire back for Prime 4, huh? Alright? Alright, chat? Wouldn't it be fun if they brought Crocomire back? You ever consider going back to doing the Orpheon cast videos? I found them really funny. Orpheon cast, as in like the Orpheon podcast chat member? If so, then yeah, I've reconsidered doing a little bit more every once in a while, especially now that YouTube has like a easier way to just put your podcast into its own separate tab and stuff like that, because I just didn't want to clutter the channel. I understand that people come to this channel for a specific type of videos, and that's also why I decided to put my re-uploads of the streams into the second channel, Orpheon Station, and perhaps in the near future some Let's Plays or stuff like that, just to fill in the void a little bit more. It sucks that it's a one-man crew, and the editor that I was talking to that was going to help me for some other life reasons was not able to continue working and stuff like that. So if you mean the Orpheon cast is in the Orpheon podcast, then yeah, I totally would be down to bring that back. Unless you mean cast as in the cast of Orpheon characters in the videos? Gino for Smash is more likely than never. I don't know about that. I mean, it'd be hype. I've been wanting Gino since Brawl, but depends. I mean, we said that forever ago. Which Nintendo character should get a spin-off game? Waluigi. Just Waluigi. Why isn't Waluigi in WarioWare? That's what I want to ask. I don't know. I think it'd be fun for like another Metroid character to have a spin-off, sort of like Andrada. Or I think Andrada could be fun as a sort of stealth game taking place in the Metroid universe, and you can play around with her shape-shifting and copying abilities and stuff like that the most. Star Fox or F-Zero spin-off would also be good, just as a way to gauge more interest into those IPs and how varied the world is. And all that other stuff. Here's another energy cell. And I think that's all the items from this area. Like, I'm very surprised that Waluigi has not shown up on any WarioWare games and all that other stuff. I find that very disappointing. That if you're not, you know, if you're not gonna use Waluigi, at least throw him in WarioWare, stuff like that. If anything, it could be a fun selling point as a new member of the WarioWare crew. He gets his own outfit to match a little bit Wario's. Last time I saw your stream, you were playing Metroid Prime 2. Well, chat, here's the thing. I believe a conspiracy theory. And it's against you guys. Fuck you guys. I love you guys, but fuck you. I stream other games, but you only tune in for the Metroids, Mr. Chatman. I'm just trolling at this point. Do not take it as me seriously complaining. But, you know, I've been streaming a lot of Tears of the Kingdom and Pikmin lately. Tomorrow I might stream some Armored Core, and perhaps the rest of Prime 3, depending on how far I can get into this game and the cleanup. But I jest. Crocomire was sketching the art of Prime 3 and was never planned for the game, but they did a fun sketch for his Prime design. I thought that was fan-made. I thought the sketches of Crocomire in Prime 3 were made for like as a deepfake from a fan and not an actual thing. Somebody please confirm me if you know. But yeah, like, you know, I'm trying to see what other Metroid game we play in the near future. After we're done with Prime 3, you know, there's probably other M. I can probably go back and try and tweak the things for Echo's crowd control. I know Taco's looking forward to that. Maybe Super Metroid. I haven't streamed Super Metroid. We think Retro made the concept art for Prime for fun alongside with other games like forget everything else but Crocomire and Prime 3 Remaster, and it's the best game. I mean, whichever Metroid game puts Crocomire back again, it's gonna be S tier for me. And then like I just want to know if it's actually made by Retro for fun during the development of Prime 3, or if it was a fan-made thing or stuff like that. Because I did read somewhere that the Crocomire's drawings for Prime 3 were kind of made by sort of fan art instead of actual things, and people are just using the excuse that it was someone at Retro and all that stuff. But like, that's why I just want to confirm. Chat, have you guys ever looked at the lore of like Rio as a planet and stuff like that? Because it's very, very, very similar to certain Mocking and Thoha struggles and stuff like that. So I always found it very interesting how like the Brio storyline like kind of gets shafted a little bit because space pirate focus, phasoid focus, and all that stuff. Oh, speaking of phasoids, number 10. 10 phasoids. And I just go in hyper mode because I don't want to deal with you. Fucking hate phasoids. Croco back in the game is the main selling point. Crocomire is back. Crocomire returns to game. I mean, Chad, if you really want him for a yay, and once again, to see that we're not the same guy, I can just try and convince him to come over and say something. Assuming he's not busy downstairs. At least the hyper mode lets me tank hits because everything in this game just hurts like a fucking truck. And stuff like that. Corruption, man. Oh look, original creatures. For Brio, the teleport hounds, or whatever they were called. Warp hounds, right? And a Reptilicus. There. All gone. Destroyed. Reduced to atoms. Guys, when you play Prime 3, or like any Metroid game for that matter, specifically the Prime games, do you go for 100% or on your repeat playthroughs, or do you just go for like 75%, or you just say screw that and you just do a low percent? Because when I replay the Prime games, I always go for 100%. The only 2D game that I go for 100% on my repeat playthroughs is Fusion. Sometimes Super. Sometimes. But the Prime, for whatever reason, the Prime games I always go for 100%. And I think it's because since every game has a scavenger hunt at the end that is already making me sort of explore the planet or the areas I visited previously, that I might as well get the items along the way. You know? Which is one feature I've always been a fan of, because then I feel like there's an actual incentive to go for 100%, like an actual time that you might want to go for 100%, rather than purposely stopping your tracks from going to fight, say, Ravenbeak and Dread, to just go for 100%. I've never done 100% of the Prime games. I think the other reason I also was inclined to do 100% is because on Prime, is because the Prime games do not care about your time of completion for the ending, unlike all the other 2D games. Especially, like, you know, in the 2000s with Fusion, when I was growing up with, you know, Fusion and Zero Mission, having not only the under 2 hour mark, but under 2 hours and 100% really felt like it's super daunting for a kid. That I'm kind of happy that games like Dread and Samus Returns don't have that, except for, like, the Chozo memories and stuff like that, which, in my opinion, is a great incentive to go for 100%, even at least once. I don't really do any percent because they're really long to do. Always 100% Dread and Fusion. I find Dread to be longer to 100% than Prime games, but that might be me. It's been a while since I've done 100% on Dread. I've never done 100% in any of the Prime games. I read that again, but I recommend it. It can be fun. Props to Corruption for the ability of getting those probes that show you where the items are in each one of the areas. That's pretty cool. And now we gotta go to Ice Brio, because everybody always forgets that there's one item in Ice Brio, or two. Well, there's two items, but there's only one of them you cannot get on your first visit to Ice Brio because you need Spider Ball. And that's always the item I conveniently am missing. So, I made a note of that. Hate 100% Zero Mission because of the Shine Spark puzzles. Dread as well, but not as much. I mean, I will say that Zero Missions are probably the worst because of how strict the timing is. And how much awkward it is to control Samus in there at first. Because at least with Dread, I found that it was very generous with how much time you could charge the speed booster and stuff like that compared to any other of the 2D games, which is part of the reason I really like that. And it's, you know, the over-reliance on Shine Spark puzzles for some items was another one of my nitpicks for AM2R, keyword nitpicks, and that's just a me thing. I like the occasional Shine Spark puzzle and stuff like that, but I think that if you're gonna have a lot of Shine Spark puzzles, that you should also perhaps find ways to, if you're gonna make it long, sort of have like mini checkpoints where the players can restart from instead of having to backtrack a lot, and or make a little bit more of a grace period, so that it's a little bit easier to, like, there's a little bit longer time to hold the Shine Spark and easier to change directions and stuff like that. But again, it's a nitpick because with at least a game like AM2R and even Zero Mission, it's only if you're really going out of your way for the stuff, and it's something you can master. Do we have any technical difficulties? My Wiimote was having a little bit of a seizure earlier, so yeah. Ugh. Alright, I think that with that, we've 100%ed Brio. So now we can... I'm pretty sure I did 100% cleanup of Norian on the last stream. I do not know if we should go first to the Pirate Homeworld or Elysia. I guess sometimes I leave Pirate Homeworld for last because then I can just, you know, get on the Leviathan or head to the Valhalla. I don't know if it's, at this point, the sensitivity I set to the controls, or, what you call it? The sensor bar placement with my Wiimote. Is this a Secret Zelda level? Yes. We are in the... Now we're back in Metroid world, though. Oh, boy. I already started editing 2 new videos. They might take a little bit because they're longer videos, longer formatted videos. Again, the reason this tier list video took a while to make was also because of working on the project I mentioned at the end of that video, which is honestly consumed a lot more of my attention and time because I'm very, very excited about it. And passionate about it. And I've been trying to, like, just shift a little bit more of my energy into it. Because I feel like it could be something that a bit more productive that can lead somewhere rather than a silly YouTube video. I say silly, but I like to put a lot of effort in entertaining you guys, so. I will say that I've teased the project on several videos in the past couple of years. If you look very closely and perhaps check some of the less watched videos, you might find some clues. Alright, let's check Norian real quick. Let's see if it's really... if I really did my cleanup there last stream or not. Guess I did. Nice. Alright, let's check Skytown. So at least that has a nice relaxing melody that I really enjoy. I think there should still be stuff in Skytown I did not collect. Yeah, right, there's 1, 2... 3, 4, yeah, there's... Let's definitely go to Skytown then. The question is, which landing station? Because that's the thing about Skytown now, that the Theronian bomb is not... The area where the Theronian bomb is not there. Landing site A. Alright, now we'll go there and we'll try to figure out how we go. Some of us have tiny hints and some things that went through our heads. If you can pick any company in the world that's not in the gaming console market to make a console, what would it be and what the gimmicks would it have? Oh, I mean, that's a very specific question. Because, like, I think it's a little bit too late to jump into this market, sadly. You know, because it's also, like, harder to produce and stuff like that than, say, you know, because I might say, oh, you know, John Apple, because Apple has, like, the App Store and trillions of games and consumers and trillions of dollars and all this other stuff. But, like, at the same time, it's, like, how do you make a gimmick today that tops the Switch or the Steam Deck? I think you either go one or two routes, you know? You either make it, three routes. You either make it a PC at home, which is like the track that Sony and Microsoft are taking in. You make it a gimmick machine that it's definitely not going to sell in today's market. Or you make it a portable home console hybrid. There's no in-between. If anything, I would rather have companies make, you know, actual fun games for phones rather than just freemium games and gacha hell. Because the main thing that sucks is that I do not have, like, a silly game I can play on my phone for, like, a break that's not a gambling, fucking hell, like Fire Emblem Heroes or Nier Reincarnation, which are the two games I used to... Well, I used to play Heroes when it first came out. I dropped that for a good 2 years. I only really re-logged back in when they were giving away that free Corrin unit, because I really like Corrin, because she's kind of cute and dorky. And then, you know, but there's so many. So, like, I want a proper game that feels like a game. What about a Monster Hunter Now? I like Monster Hunter Now. It's really fun, but it's Pokemon Go, but with Monster Hunter. Admittedly, there's a little bit more to it than perhaps Pokemon Go, but even those games are kind of gacha-y, that now I have to spend a lot of time outside, out of Wi-Fi, and I need a phone plan so that I don't eat my data and stuff like that to play. And then when I'm walking outside and just trying to take in nature, I'm more inclined into looking at my phone screen, and I think that kind of also defeats the purpose. It is fun when you once in a while go out and play Pokemon Go and stuff like that, and Monster Hunter Now, but I wouldn't really call them games, more like mini games. Like, I harken back to the early eras of the App Store where there was, like, the Dead Space iOS game, and it's been a while. I do not remember if it was actually good or bad, but it really felt like I was playing a Dead Space game on my phone, because it was intentionally made with the phone in mind and stuff like that, rather than one of those that you're trying to port the game into it. And even then, as a kid, I had the Street Fighter 4 for my for my iPod Touch, and I freaking loved that, because I could have little bite-sized Street Fighter matches, and if I just turned in the simple mode buttons, I could pull off some, like, sick combos and stuff like that, and get that dopamine rush out of 1 or 2 matches, and then just call it a day. But, like, I want something... You could probably make so many RPGs on the, like, for mobile phones. And I think they would sell incredible, because everybody has a mobile phone. And a mobile phone is something you're bringing with you at all times. And, like, a turn-based RPG would be sick. Sure, the visuals may not be as interesting and stuff. You'll be limiting yourself, but I think the issue right now is that we have all the bases covered with video game consoles, where you have either the Switch or the Steam Deck doing the hybrid combos, or you have their PlayStations and Xbox going wacko teraflops thingy. But at the end of the day, I'm more about the games rather than the hardware or the gimmick. The whole reason I don't have a PlayStation 5 is because I'm gonna spend $500 and there's only one game I really want to play, which is Final Fantasy 16. and stuff like that. Keyword, I want to play. So, like, the thing with games like Pokemon Go and Monster Hunter now is that they're, Niantic, and it's always just scummy ways to try and either take more of your time or, like, what do you call it? Microtransactions and stuff like that. Because at least with my issue with Pokemon Go is that I live in an area where there's not a lot of places to go or things to do in Pokemon Go because there's just not a lot of people playing Pokemon Go over here. There is the crowd, don't get me wrong, there is, but it doesn't, there's not a lot of places where I can go and walk and play Pokemon Go as safe or comfortable as other areas in the world. So it makes it less, it inclines me less to play it, and then, the FOMO tactic that, oh, there's this event, community day, and all that stuff, and I cannot participate into it, just really alienates me when there's FOMO tactics in games, which is, again, part of the reason I hate gachas. And I only really play one gacha, and that's Near Reincarnation. And as I stated before, that's mostly because of the stories that Yoko Taro keeps writing that are, like, in there forever. The only sort of FOMO is, like, an event or some crossover or whatever. But even then, like, I'm in it more for the main story that's got that level of quality that I expect from the Nier franchise, because everybody working on that phone game worked on the Nier, like on the Draking Nier universe. So it's the same composer. Josuke Saito and Yoko Taro are back together. Akihiko Yoshida is still doing the character designs. Keiichi Okabe is still composing. Etc, etc, etc. Do you agree Doom 3 is underrated? To be fair, chat member, I've never played Doom. Except for Doom, like the original Doom. Never been a shooter guy myself. I understand a little bit of the irony playing Metroid Prime 3 on stream as I say that. Honestly, I think the shooters I played that I've actually enjoyed are the original Halo trilogy and ODST and Reach. Fucking Phaseoid. Wait, did I unlock the shortcut last time? I can unlock a shortcut. Fuck you, Phaseoid. No, I gotta go through the Phaseoid. There's an item up there. Fuck me. Whoever decided to put Phaseoids everywhere in this game, I just want to talk. Titanfall 2. Half-Life 1 and 2. I'm trying to remember what other shooters I've played that I've actually, like... Call of Duty World at War, but that's because that was the only Call of Duty game I kind of played. BioShock 1 was pretty cool, but the puzzles kind of got annoying every once in a while. I never understood what was the, like, Western games obsession with, like, Infamous, Assassin's Creed, Spider-Man, BioShock, where you have to do some silly minigame thing. When clearly we all do not buy the game for the silly minigame thing. It just feels like padding. To me. Fuck you, Steam Lord. Fuck you, Steam Lord. Fuck you, Steam Lord. Fuck you, Steam Lord. I've defeated Steam. What have I done? Now Epic Games will rule the world, and I will feel very, very, very sad. What do you play OG Doom on? Calculator. In high school. / college. Oh, Portal. Portal. Will you count Portal as a shooter, though? It's more like a puzzle game. I love Portal 1 and 2. I love those games. But then again, I'm a big fan of puzzle games. which is part of the reason I enjoyed like the classic Resident Evil era of games and all like Eternal Darkness and Silent Hills, because it had a lot of puzzle elements into it. Like the shooter needs to have either a fun setting or gimmick with mechs, sort of like what Titanfall 2 did, or just be naturally a lot of fun to play and creative like the original Halo trilogy. For me to get hooked, just because I ain't a shooter guy. Not even Overwatch caught me like that, and I had a little bit of an Overwatch era when the game first came out. But that was just because I was gushing over the, you know, Blizzard's animation and presentation for their characters and stuff like that, rather than the gameplay. I wouldn't really say I got hooked on Splatoon. Like, I enjoyed Splatoon 1 and I played that a lot. Splatoon 2 as well, but I was more about the world of Splatoon rather than the turf wars. And, I just wish it had, like, a better campaign that resembled, like, a Halo type of experience. Then Splatoon would be on my top games forever. What about the Transformer shooters? I played Fall for Cybertron and War for Cybertron. I enjoyed them, but I wouldn't say that I loved them. Like, they were fun little, you know, games and stuff like that, and I enjoyed all the callbacks and all this other stuff, but I wouldn't really say, you know, I wouldn't really go out of my way to say, oh yeah, that's in my top shooters. Have you ever played Alien Isolation? Yeah, I played Alien Isolation. I didn't quite enjoy it. I felt that while the gimmick was fun, I think that the Stalker gimmick gets a little bit annoying after a while. There was another game for like the PS2, Haunted Something, that was kind of the same, where you were constantly being chased by this other creature, but like, it was fun. I enjoyed it a little bit more because as a fan of Alien, I was able to just get immersed into, you know, the world of Alien through a video game, which I thought was fun, rather than the gameplay itself. But no, it's not a shooter, Chad. It's more like a survival horror. You never really get a gun and shoot at Alien. You're just like, what if you were Ellen Ripley stuck in a ship, but you had no guns and you're just trying to survive the xenomorph who's constantly chasing you? And when I mean constantly, I do mean constantly. That's the main gimmick of the game. Have you ever played with grass? Yes, Shaylee. I was actually playing with some grass yesterday. Still better than Colonial Marines? Chat, that's not saying a lot. That's like saying mid is better than garbage. Of course, I'd hope it's better than garbage. Survival horror. I mean, there are guns. I mean, yeah, I prefer survival horrors. I love myself a survival horror. But it needs to be a specific type of survival horror for me to like. I've been very... my buddy Kubaushi, the guy who makes the chibis and all these arts, he showed me some of the new Alan Wake 2. And I gotta say, that really caught my interest. I might be looking into getting it at some point in the future, because I really like the blend between real-life video footage and, you know, in-game graphics and CG. It used it for a very effective way of horror. Shame about PT, because that just sounded like the survival horror game I always wanted, but I never knew I wanted, especially given that it had, you know, Hideo Kojima and Guillermo del Toro, who are two of my favorite artists in this planet. I've not played Death Stranding, and stuff like that. What is the scariest game you've ever played? Define scary. Because I think that's very, like, subjective and very broad, because I've experienced different types of, like, is it scary because the game is intentionally scary because it's a horror game, or do you mean that the game just freaked me out, or made me feel uncomfortable and stuff like that? I think my chat broke on my end. Hold on. Let me try and refresh the chat on my end. The one that makes you feel on edge. Trying to think. I really felt like that when I played Dead Space. Back when it first came out. I haven't played Subnautica, however you pronounce it. I could probably get that same feeling from that. But I've not played it. I do not own it. Yeah, my chat got scared by that. By that comment, I had to refresh it on my end. So if you were typing in the chat and I did not see it, I think that on my end on OBS, it was just not loading. I'm trying to run through my head. Silent Hill 2, of course, I think that goes without saying. PT, it's probably the most on edge I felt with a horror game. Signalis, my beloved. I really love that game and how on edge it puts me and how immersed in the world I get in Signalis. I love that game so much. It's probably my favorite indie game of all time. Eternal Darkness, back when it came out, really, fucked with me. And I'd probably put it at that because I can't think of anything at the top of my head that I've played. I stepped down a little bit from horror games because I feel like they've gotten a lot more jump scare happy and less psychological horror, which is the type of horror that I like. Or like shock value and stuff like that. So I really have not. So if there's a game that you guys are curious, I think it might be best if you ask than me trying to go through a list on the top of my head. But at least those that I mentioned are amongst my favorite horror games, and part of it is because of how they make me feel. Oh my god, that scared me, Gabe. Speaking of being jump scared.
I finished my stuff for the time being.
Nice.
So I came here to give you some company because you're probably lonely without me.
Yeah, I mean Midnight was here earlier. Do you think Microsoft will actually make a new Spyro and Crash game, or will it be like Rare? I think it will be like Rare for a while because let's be honest, the main reason why Microsoft purchased Activision was not because of Blizzard, it was not because of Spyro, it was so they could get the rights to Candy Crush, so that way they can generate that passive income over time.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that if they wanted to buy Candy Crush, they had to buy the rest of the IPs alongside with it. It's like, alright, if you wanted to buy Pokemon, you have to, in a way, buy it through Nintendo. The fake Crash and Arkham Asylum give me my heart attack. Yes, the Arkham Asylum jump scares were great. That's the type of horror I love in my game.
Scary as shit.
I love Arkham Asylum. I love Arkham City. I didn't really enjoy too much Arkham Knight, but I still loved it. I 100%ed all of those games because I really felt like Batman.
I know, right? It makes you feel like Batman.
It makes you feel
especially
like
the VR one.
Yeah. But like, it's when games do that horror element that, while the game is not horror, that I like it the most. So that's why like Metroid Fusion, Prime 2, Prime 1 have such a Majora's Mask, such like left a strong impression in my mind.
Shin Megami Tensei.
Shin Megami Tensei 4 and Apocalypse. More Phaseoids, fucking 13 of them.
Because Nocturne scared the living shit out of me when Dante was chasing me.
Dude, what about the Shiza thing with Flynn and
Shiza scared me, but Dante chasing you, and he grabs you, you're dead.
Dude, and here
he would just walk slowly and menacingly.
Wow, Gabe, I thought you were a DMC fan. I thought that Dante chasing you to kill you would have been a highlight for you.
It's actually very scary, because it's Dante.
Any Kirby game? Well, the thing with Kirby is that it's more, like, unsettling rather than scary, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's more accurate to say. Yeah, Kirby's not scary. It's just unsettling.
It's unsettling. It's shocking and all that stuff. It's great. It adds to the Kirby games. Do not get me wrong, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't call any of those like cosmic horrors that Kirby fights scary because they don't do much with it and they only just show up at the end. So like maybe if Marx or the guy from Forgotten Land did something else rather than just show up, give you a shock, and then leave, then perhaps it'd be higher up on my list.
And it doesn't help that you're literally playing as a toddler that can wear a sword.
Playing Metroid was scary to me as a kid. Oh no, same here. So funny story, chat. When I was a kid, my first Metroid game was Metroid Prime 1. And that was like the most HD game I've ever seen. Like, Metroid Prime 1 still holds up today, even without the remaster. But I got so many nightmares for a time period that I had to stop playing Metroid after sundown. Just so that I wouldn't get nightmares that night. So it became this sort of love-hate relationship with Metroid, because I'd be hunted with nightmares about the Metroids and the Shigovs and Flagra and all this, and the Chozo Ghost and all that stuff. I'm not gonna trigger the security alarm. That's 14 phasoids. I'm not gonna count when we come back into this room because I'm not gonna bother.
You know what I like more than scary moments in video games?
What?
Where they emotionally invest you and then destroy you.
Yeah, Nier.
Yakuza.
Signalis, Yakuza. We don't know when
Final Fantasy.
We don't know when the final boss rips its eye out of its body and bleeds at you. That's kind of scary. It's not scary. It's shocking.
Yeah,
It's calling getting like dismembered scary. It's if there's no build up to it, there's no scariness. It's just unsettling. It's the same like comparing the horror of like say, you know, Friday.
Silence of the Lambs.
You know, Silence of the Lamb or Friday the 13th to a Saw film. That you say it's scary because these people are dying gruesome, horrible deaths. It's not just how the people die, but the build-up towards it and the way it's presented.
The mental anguish that it gives you
as an audience. So the fact that it only happens in one moment, it makes me feel more unsettled, but I'm not particularly scared. 15 phasoids.
I mean, it's kind of like saying Mortal Kombat's scary.
It's literally saying that Mortal Kombat is scary because people just get fucking dismembered every 2 minutes. Oh, make those are 2. Make that 15 phasoids. Or was it 16?
Oh look, I came in just in time.
I couldn't hear you,
so
Fishman.
low.
We got
Fishman underwater, one moment.
Understandable. Have a nice gurgle.
So I have a question for you.
Like, I find Phase on Mines scary because of the dread about going into Phase on Mines, rather than, you know, 0-2 and Kirby 64 or Dark Matter, just Kirby 64 stuff. Because, the writing in Mortal Kombat is scary. Yo, yeah, true. The writing in Mortal Kombat is so scary.
I mean,
it's scary how
yeah.
bad it is consistently throughout.
I was
all
going
of
to
these
say
games.
that joke. You stole my joke.
It's scary.
I was literally
yeah.
preparing
The
that.
writing in Mortal Kombat is very scary. It's scary how much money they make, but they cannot fix their animations after 10 years of their reboot.
They haven't made any progress on their gameplay since Injustice. It's the same gameplay, hasn't changed.
And I don't know, I cannot get excited over the constant barrage of crossover characters. Because I would like to see more Mortal Kombat characters so that the original new characters, so the mythos can, like, expand. I feel like they put characters like Homelander and Omni-Man into it just because, oh, it's gonna sell. Warner Brothers owns us, so we can put them, it's gonna sell.
Yeah, it doesn't feel special when you own the property.
It's the
Can
same.
you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can hear you. It feels
Regrettably.
shoehorned, if you may. Like, it's different to, like, when Smash Brothers does it and then you suddenly have Sephiroth in the scene, because it's like, oh, Sephiroth! You don't have Square Enix money, how you get Sephiroth?
The horror characters were fine, but I think that the problem is the saturation of it, because in Mortal Kombat 10 and Mortal Kombat 11, each season pass was like 2 returning characters that I do not know why couldn't they just be in the main game at first, and then the half of it was just crossover characters. So in the end, you're left with so much crossover stuff that I feel could have just been potential to have either other returning characters or, hear me out, creating brand new characters that can generate, more hype and stuff like that.
Blasphemy.
Because obviously people are going to be more excited if something they know makes it into the game of something they also know. Like, say, when Tekken put Geese Howard into the game, or Akuma and stuff like that. But because it's only like Geese Howard and Akuma and Noctis, you feel that it's kind of special because it's only limited to those characters. But then and then the rest of the fighter passes were either new characters like Leroy and Lydia, who are now staples of the franchise, or returning characters like Kunimitsu, who is like the new generation of Kunimitsu. So it's like, instead of playing as Scorpion, the same dude you've been playing since Scorpion in Mortal Kombat 1, it's Scorpion Sung, who survived or whatever. Or like the next Sub-Zero, instead of like just being the same old Sub-Zero. I don't know. It's the way I see it.
No, it's a correct way to see it.
Because when it's something like Smash Brothers, it's a pass because the game is supposed to be about crossovers. But then also, like, you really felt the passion into the presentation of the character. And their identity being brought into the trailers and all this other stuff versus... I don't know, I've never really been a Mortal Kombat fan because I never really found the fighting in Mortal Kombat to be fun. It was just a game that I played if one of my friends had it and we wanted to, have some senseless violence, which I can see the value in that, do not get me wrong, but, I'd rather play Tekken or Bloody Roar or
Killer Instinct.
That, games from back in those days.
So because I got curious to see how many of the DLC characters were just horror characters.
Mortal Kombat 10.
On both games. And at least 11, it's a lot healthier than I thought it was, honestly. 11, the base game it basically has the same initial roster as Tekken. Like, a lot of characters to play as. And all of them are Mortal Kombat characters.
Well, just to, I think we're just beating over a... Fuck, I forgot to do this shortcut. I think we're beating over a dead horse over here.
I mean, it's a dead horse. Everybody playing Mortal Kombat 1 now.
It's clear that we are more of, Marvel vs. Capcom or Tekken.
Guilty Gear.
Should Mario Kart become Smash Kart a little more? I don't know. See, I was having this conversation with my brother the other day. We were playing the new Mario Kart. I think the only reason Nintendo hasn't pulled the trigger and made Smash Brothers Kart is because it might just kill Mario Kart. Because once you open that Pandora's box, how do you justify not following up with more Smash Brothers characters in your Mario Kart, So, at this point, I see it more as if they were going to make Smash Kart, they either going to put more Nintendo characters into Mario Kart, or they need to make Smash Brothers Kart play significantly different to Mario Kart to the point that you can justify having both franchises coexisting with each other.
Yeah, because at least with 8, you can kind of justify Villager, Link, and the Inklings as, oh, it was just a special occasion.
Yeah, but they should have added Captain Falcon.
They should have added Captain Falcon.
I was
They
really,
can justify it as a
really,
special occasion, and
really.
then later they wouldn't have to do it.
I know that I shouldn't have, and it's my mistake for doing that stuff, but I was really hoping that they would surprise us with Captain Falcon showing up on Mario Kart 8, given that there's the 2 F-Zero courses and F-Zero 99, and perhaps just add either a new vehicle based around, I don't know, the Blood Hog or the Fire Stingray or the Little Wyvern, and then, or a new track based around Port Town or something. Excited for the new Zelda movie? Actually, no. I am not excited at all. I'm not excited at all. I am terrified about it.
Yes. Because of the director and the writing team. We are terrified of that.
Especially after the Mario movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with you,
There's gonna be a safe movie, and the director they chose for it, his safe movies are not good movies.
I think cameos is the best way to go, because how would retro tracks work, since Mario Kart already has 29 track history? No, yeah. I think that guest stars in Mario Kart games are fine. From other Nintendo IPs, that's probably the easiest way you can go. It's just that if you're gonna make a dedicated Smash Brothers kart, you should probably find ways to make it stand out from both F-Zero and Mario Kart. Oh, is that F-Zero?
Yep.
Video going, by the way. I want to know when I need to stress for myself. Oh, that has a lot to go with editing, because like I said, I am pouring almost 100% of my free time into the Redacted project. And that video is around 20 or so minutes, given that we go over all 30 racers, and then I need to record extra footage and all this other stuff. And then the other Metroid related video is like another 15 to 20 minute essay piece about the Chozo artifacts as a gameplay mechanic and why they're actually fun. Fight me. And so if anybody has a suggestion for a shorter video, again, let me know. I'd be happy to do it, to just try and find more content that I can bring between these bigger chunks, because the Redacted project is taking a lot of my time in a good way. It's kept me creatively motivated. Shoutouts to Valhalla for being yet another great scary area of the game. This is another video essay I want to make, is just talking about the Valhalla and the Orpheon, the horrors between the two. Sony just came out with a Madame Web trailer, and it only makes me worry about the Zelda movie. Really? You had to wait for the Madame Web trailer to be afraid of Sony making a movie? Isn't the Illumination films and the, you know, Andrew Garfield, Spider-Man, Venom, Dolby, Carnage, Morbius enough to raise red flags years before?
And the Garfield animated movie that they're doing with Chris Pratt.
To quote a certain abridged, is that a red flag? Crimson.
Shame that crimson is my favorite color. Looks at Sadu, Yotsuyu, Yuri from Nier, Yuri from Street Fighter.
Lizard?
Lizard? Were you saying
Lizard?
Lizard's not a Crimson Flag, it's a tomboy.
My lizard is a crimson flag?
No.
Guys.
I just wanted to bring up Lizard because every now and then I like to catch you off guard.
Alright, you know what? You know what? There. Lizard. She's on the stream. She's so cute. I love her so much.
Always right with the world.
Guys, you want to see a visual metaphor to what it feels like to be a Xenoblade X fanboy?
I'm sorry for your loss.
There you go. That's that's me with all the niche things I like that rarely get any sort of love or merchandise. Again, I love that effect. It's so eerie, and the sound effect as well. It's also how it feels to be a Final Fantasy XIV fan during the Endwalker post-game patches that are very focused on either PvP or hardcore raiding, and you're just a 50 casual who cannot get good. I like most Sony Marvel movies. Well, that's your opinion. I hated them. I think they're really terribly written and terribly executed and filled with product placement. That's just my opinion, and I'm not here. And I'm not here to take more power away from you if you enjoy them. Like I always say, if you do enjoy something I do not, it's totally fine, dude. Like for instance, I hate Pokemon Scarlet and Violet so much.
You and I both.
I love the atmosphere of Metroid games. Yeah, that's another one of the main reasons I got hooked on it as a kid. I rarely play games that ooze so much atmosphere, which is, once again, why I will bring this up and continue to plug it. Signalis. Oh my gosh, that game is oozing so much atmosphere. Why make it functional when we can have Crimbus money? Of course. It's the same logic behind like Illumination and Sony movies. Why put extra effort when we can just make money? It's a shame that Pawn is not here when we're in the Phazon ship Electric Boogaloo.
Pawn is always here. Great.
Jump cut to us finding Pawn just chilling in the Valhalla. This is where I live now. But why? Well, free real estate, Phazon Goop. Nintendo seems strict with the Mario movies, so hey, Zelda will be fine. I don't know that. Wait, Zelda movie is live action. The Zelda movie is live action. First of all, it's directed by the guy who worked on Morbius, and written by the guy who made Jurassic World Dominion and star in the Rise of Skywalker. And I would say this, that I think that part of Nintendo's strictness on the Mario movie was a detriment to the Mario movie.
Hmm?
It's about finding the right people and then allowing those right people to have the creative control to tell a story. Oh no, Hopper Metroids, die. 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 So, like, you know, if you got someone who is actually invested in the IP and actually has an interesting vision to adapt it into the big screen, aside from, I know what that is, Triforce, Master Sword. Because, like, if you played a Zelda game, and with how strict Nintendo's going to be with Zelda, you can already tell how the story's going to come and how the beats are going to go. It's going to be something close to either A Link to the Past or Ocarina of Time or Breath of the Wild. And we'll have a moment when Link collects the Master Sword, and a moment where Link leaves home, and the final battle. You know, it becomes predictable. When, in the case of a game, it can be fine, because, again, a lot of the heavy lifting is done by the gameplay. But when it's a movie, the only thing carrying that weight is the writing. And while the plot of the Zelda IPs are bare bones, the stories are great because it's the journey you as a player are having by interacting with the game that it's just kind of void when you put it and just adapt it one-to-one into a film format. So when you're adapting something into a film or a series, you need to use the word adapt it and like transform it so that the story and so that journey can be as interesting to play. Also, I love these rooms that it's implied that we're like in the vacuum of space, so we see debris just floating around and the airlock, air pressure stuff. So like, I think the issue with here is that you're bringing people who are just made big money, billion-dollar selling movies, but the writing did not evoke any thought or any passion to carry the story. Like, say, that's why I've always been advocate about a Metroid series, animated 2D, by, you know, the guys who, like, by style like, you know, Darren Aronofsky's, you know, Samurai Jack or Primal, or some Samurai Champloo, Cowboy Bebop type of thing, where there's room for a lot of visual storytelling and telling these bite-sized stories that make the world feel alive, because that's the focus of a Metroid game. It's about the world and not so much, we need to stop Ridley and the space pirates. Jody's still stuck inside the building. Sorry.
I know that reference.
F-Zero in my brain because of... My brother and I just randomly quote that moment from F-Zero GX, and Falcon, you've come to die, and I didn't need to lose my time looking for you, Dad. Let's settle this in the Grand Prix. Not like this, the coward's way. Like, again, if you want a great example on how you should handle these Nintendo IPs into, like, a video format, definitely the F-Zero anime. It respects the lore of each one of the characters by staying true to their motivations and their personalities and their goals and stuff like that. But it's not afraid of changing some of the
creative liberties.
Yeah, creative liberties with how some characters are handled here and there for the sake of creating a story. And because it's episodic, it gives enough time for every character to have a chance in the spotlight and introduce more elements about the world and journeys and arcs that sometimes in a film format, because you're strict on time, you quite can't get. It's why there's a Last of Us series rather than Last of Us movie.
Hmm?
And why
that show was so successful.
Because they grabbed people who had not only a great portfolio creating dramas and the type of dramas that could benefit the type of stories of Last of Us, and cinematography and visual storytelling and all these other elements in thought-provoking writing, rather than Link collects Master Sword, check it off the list. Link collects Triforce, check it off the list. Oh my god, nostalgia.
Oh boy, a heart container. I know what that is.
Which is what the Sony writers, especially, you know, this Rise of Skywalker writer, is familiar for doing.
Especially because the cast of the Last of Us show had Pedro Pascal. Pedro Pascal is great.
Even at age 12, I felt Ocarina of Time was by the numbers. Yes, but the thing that worked about Ocarina of Time's by the numbers is that you should see it, or at least I saw that growing up, as sort of like different arcs of a show. So the Gerudo arc, the Goron arc, the Zora arc, and you're going from one place to another and helping people with their different plights and stuff like that. That's the type of fun journey that you cannot just capture so much in a film unless you get the right creative people on board. Oh yeah, there's the scary jump scare about the dude behind the door.
Yeah, because those stories felt like small, short stories that you had to deal with as you progress through your main goal.
So honestly, I think the best thing was for, you know, Nintendo to give their Zelda IP to, like, any of the thousands of anime studios that are in Japan to make a series rather than, you know, Zelda movie live action. But of course they're doing that because it makes more money.
Cheaper.
But that's and that's also part of the reason I've always been opposed to a Metroid film. I just think that the franchise is better suited for a series rather than a film, where you can really play with visual storytelling and little dialogue and blah 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 blah, and focus around the world. I'm missing an item, aren't I?
The Dungeons and Dragons film team might be good for Zelda live action, right amount of respect for the source material, but having a good amount of originality. Well, it's different because Dungeons and Dragons is make your own story.
Yeah.
And the source material is literally just a guidebook of monsters.
Dude,
and
just
spells.
give the film to the people who made, like, the original Harry Potter films. People forget that, like, you have big name people behind those films, like Alfonso Cuarón. He directed Prisoner of Azkaban and shit.
That is true.
Give it to someone
as
like
much as,
Guillermo del Toro. Whatever. Oh
Guillermo del
no,
Toro
a
would
Hatcher
be
Metroid. What am I going to do?
great. Kill it.
Die.
Would you believe if I told you this is the first time I see Hatcher Metroid?
Catharsis. No, you saw it on the last stream.
Did I?
Yeah. You just...
Did you kill it this quickly?
No.
Ah.
Because I did not have this combo yet on me. Harry Potter films fix the book so much. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Harry Potter films. It's like... I find them in like the original trilogy of the Pirates of the Caribbean as that perfect junk food where I can watch them and just have them in the background, and it's fun. Then again, it's also like a family tradition that we watch the Harry Potter films and stuff near Christmas and the like.
I mean, too bad what happened with the fucking Outerberg. Good thing that she has no relation to the films.
Yeah.
Besides making the property.
Outstanding gameplay. See, Americ, the thing is that I walked in with my level 90 Samus fighting the level 50 boss. And I forgot to click the sync button. We're stealing the pirate codes that, for whatever reason, they had on this. Why did the pirates just have this important of a code to control Leviathan in, like, a ship that was supposed to crash onto the fucking Valhalla? It seems like it's something I always found silly about the plot of Corruption. Why would this vital key information of the pirates be on a ship that's essentially, like, something intended to be left in the battlefield and destroyed?
The data you just acquired.
Plot convenience?
It is likely that this
Plot armor?
will allow us to
Maybe?
control the Leviathan in orbit above the
Are they stupid? Yeah, they're very stupid.
Find a way onto the Leviathan and use that code.
Oh, I want to show this for chat, in case who doesn't know. So there's more to this room than that. If you notice, we come here and there's this... We can access codes and stuff like that. But if you walk towards here, you see the pirate who's got the Federation who's got a pirate arm impaling him. There's actually a code on the texture, and this is...
Oh.
You can scan this.
I never noticed that.
78356. And then you come here and 78356.
Data log entry 2467.3. This will be the last communication of the GFS Valhalla. Our efforts to repel the space pirate boarding force have failed. They have successfully removed the primary mounting structure around our stasis tank. It is obvious now that they intend to extract us from the Valhalla. It is vital that the Federation receive this transmission. Severing main power. A large bioform is creating a wormhole. Implant into sentient planet which is the source of all Phaser. Darkness coming.
Again, part of the reason...
Ooh, ominous.
Yeah, that's, again, what a great little Easter egg to hide in such a great area. That's part of the reason, that's some of the things that Corruption has that really makes me love. There's a lot of these blink and you miss it type of things.
Really attention to detail.
Yeah. And I am missing one power-up, and I do not know where it is.
Probably missile expansion. We love missile expansions here.
Probably, most likely, a missile expansion. Yep, it's a missile expansion. It's 250, should be 225. 255, I mean. Trying to think over the top of my mind if it's on the Valhalla. I thought it could have been on the Valhalla. But I'm having gaps in my memory because I'm hungry. One of my favorite things about this game is how you can figure out at the end of the game is figure out what the end of the game is early by paying attention to the details and general things. And when I did, I was like, we're going to end up at the planet of pure phase and fight the Aurora units, aren't we? Yeah, it's kind of cool how, again, foreshadowing. I'm pretty sure I collected everything in here. Alright, I'm just gonna go save. We probably are going to end up finishing this tomorrow or some other time. Given that I should go, you know, I want to go have lunch. Oh no, I found the item. I keep forgetting about this.
Well, then stop forgetting about it.
I found the item. 100% message.
Yeah.
There we go. Hooray! Alright, so yeah, next stream is just worrying about...
Oh, I like that it actually tells you picked up all the pickups.
Yeah, it tells you that for when you collect 75%, which unlocks, like, the first ending extension. And then 100% for the second. So if you want to think about it, Metroid Prime games have, like, 3 endings. So ending 1 is the one you get for having under 74%. And then as you collect the rest of the percentage 75 milestones, 75 and 100, the ending just is longer. So like in 74 or less, you get the nutshell ending. On 75, you kind of get like the good ending where you get closure to the story. And then 100% is usually like the foreshadow to the next game. Which in the case of Corruption...
What other game? There's no more. The story ends here.
I really do hope so. And that Prime 4 is just like, the Prime is just the moniker for the type of gameplay approach rather than a direct continuation after Corruption with more phase-on. I love Prime 3, but I think it's the weakest in my opinion because of how linear, how combat heavy, how annoying the enemies can be, and the over focus on pirates instead of the unique life forms of the planets that you're visiting and stuff like that. It feels a little bit too linear compared to Echoes and Prime, where there was a lot of room for you to like, alright, what do I do now? Yeah, doors open. Doors are so slow. Yeah, this game also has the most problems of loading times. Or at least I felt in my years of playing these games, which I remind chat. I play these games religiously. I play every Metroid game at least once or twice per year. You ever plan on playing Dark Souls? I always found them very similar Metroid series. Like the feeling of isolation. I'm more inclined on playing Elden Ring.
Elden Ring.
Because I tried Dark Souls and the learning curve is just a little bit too steep for my liking. I love the world, I love the presentation and that sense of isolation and a lot of that stuff that's going on. And how little handhold the game is. But I think it's just a little bit too, grueling punishing for my type of taste or for the type of experience I'm looking forward to in a game after a long, stressful day at work. But Elden Ring has me a little bit more intrigued because of its approach to the open world. Where I feel that in Dark Souls, if I want to explore the world, I have to get good and be able to learn how to overcome the enemies that are in my way versus what I've seen from Elden Ring, where I feel that if I just want to have an adventure of just walking around and fucking around and finding out, it's a little easier
Walk
to
around
do.
and find out.
Alright. But this is what I'm going to call it a stream, so I can go have some food. tomorrow we might be doing the same stream. If it's not tomorrow, probably Sunday or Monday. And the main reason I am not confirming for tomorrow is because I think we have some plans. But if it's tomorrow, I might make it an earlier than usual stream. Just so that I have time to do both, because I really want to finish Corruption. Like, you know, we're basically at the end. So the idea for tomorrow or the next stream would be to finish Corruption and then play another game, be it Armored Core or Pikmin or more Zelda. So that way I can also just like finish this and upload it into the VOD and then focus into another game to play. Will you change the backgrounds in Prime 2 for the Dark World so they don't look like they're in the sky? I do not understand your question, chat member. Seldor, the Eternal Tears? No, yeah, I mean, definitely. That game is gonna take me for fucking ever. But in a good way.
Yeah.
What the hell is Armored Core? It's a pretty cool game about
Armored Core.
crazy cool robots doing crazy cool stuff and fighting and stuff, and it's very cool. I like giant robots.
Very, very, very cool.
Hey, I like it when you and Gav fuck around in Zeldor. I mean, I like it too. It's very chill, but we'll see. Anyways, the new project is coming along well. Hopefully soon I can start teasing some stuff. I already done it in the main videos. Just keep your eyes open for it. Like I said, there's the new videos. If anybody has any suggestions for something you would like to see, I'm gonna make a community tab probably between today and tomorrow. I just want to make an image so it's easier to see when you're scrolling on YouTube. So if there's a suggestion for short-form videos that you would like to see, definitely let me know, and I could consider those to just give you guys more stuff here and then, and try and convince the algorithm to not just completely banish me into oblivion. But anyways, with all that said, thank you so much for tuning in. I really have a lot of fun talking with you guys. I hope that you all consider tuning in like this and on stuff when we're playing stuff there's not necessarily Metroid. And if you want to catch up with the VODs, check them over at Orpheon Station. There should be a link in the main channel towards them. And with all that stuff, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.
The next day.
Today is the day that we go fight Pon's wife, aka Dank Samosa, aka Goopmeister 3000. And just to show that, yes, we've been playing this entire game on actual hardware. Welcome to my Nintendo Wii U, aka the Xenoblade X machine. Oh. The Xenoblade X machine.
The Xenoblade X machine.
Oh well. Look at that immersion being ruined.
Oh no.
Oh, there it goes again. Any second now. There we go.
Anytime.
There we go. I didn't miss the stream this time. Well, welcome, Kira. I hope you're doing good.
Je suis monté. Monster Hunter memes.
But yes, today we will go fight the #1 space thought, Dank Samosa. The goopiest of all villains. Pon's wife. Well, she's not here. So yeah, once again, if you're trying to catch up with the other streams, Orpheon Station. If you're watching this on Orpheon Station, hi. How you doing? Check Orpheon for the regular content. Then again, if I think if you're watching this on Orpheon Station, that you already knew about the main content. Does
The
Pawn
main
know?
channel.
Does Pawn know? No, she doesn't. And it's better that way because then she ends the stream, and like yeah, then we did all this for nothing. Pirata Homeworld.
La ha ha.
Guys, I was thinking about making some like review videos about the other Metroid games, but the only reason I haven't done them is because I feel like everybody else on the internet has covered it. So I'd be more like, it's more, take this as me more asking, if you guys would be at all interested in hearing the thoughts of silly old me with these games from both the perspective of when they first came out and the perspective of now after playing them for so many freaking years. It's yet another topic I've debated because I'm just not trying to like just do the same videos that everybody else is doing, and I feel like most people who talk about Metroid tend to just make like reviews of Metroid and what they bring to the table and all that other stuff. So that's part of the reason I wanted to focus on like the lore, even though I know I haven't done a lore video in like forever. But you know, it was just like I'm gonna make it a poll on the community tab alongside the other image I said I was gonna do, but you know, yesterday plans definitely changed. I think your take on the games would be pretty cool. I would love it. I know you also find cool nitpicks that I truly never noticed. Okay, I mean, I'm glad to hear that you guys would be interested in it. And if you weren't, it'd also be fine by me. Don't like I'd rather have your guys's genuine opinions rather than you're just saying it to, I don't know, compliment me or fight me or whatever.
Can I choose to fight you?
Yes, you can.
Okay. I hate your opinions. They're bad.
Oh no. Wow. Holy shit, somebody who doesn't agree with my opinions, because honestly Metroid Prime 3 is not my favorite.
I know nothing about Metroid Prime 3 and I think it's the best one.
Valid. Can make a review of all the games, like a rapid review, and just give your opinions, a retrospective video. Someone sounds interesting. Sounds good. Okay, I'm just reading. I tend to read a lot out loud. My brain isn't. It's in like a mashed potato mode, I would say. Yesterday it was more of a baked potato, and today is more of a mashed potato. Hopefully tomorrow will be a French fry. But like, yeah, the idea would be to go, you know, game by game. Because there's just a lot I have to say with each game, and all this other stuff. I've been playing every Metroid games religiously since it came out. And I don't think you guys, I need to tell that to you guys.
Have you played Paintball?
Yes.
How many times have you played Paintball?
Oh no, she's here. Oh no. Oh no. Chad, who ratted us out? Who told Pawn? Actually, no, everybody, go and bully Pawn on her own stream. There, she's on the purple chat. Go follow her so you can bully her.
Yeah, just click her nickname.
Just do it. I actually like Federation 4, the Federation Marine Escort mission on the Pirate World in Metroid Prime 3. Yeah, it was fun. I like the, there's a few things I like about this game, which I wanted to do a video since I already made my take of things I disliked about Metroid Prime 3 so many years ago. I felt like doing one of things I like, and perhaps I thought about taking that angle with most Metroid games and in my reviews, because it's not everything. Like, I love Metroid no matter what, but not everything is like, oh, there's nothing wrong with this game, or whatever. Unless your name is Echoes, my beloved. I'm just kidding.
So you're reading your purple chat?
No.
We'll be ashamed to redeem that IOU.
My gosh.
Invading another world as a dark spirit.
It's basically Pawn. Wow, I'm just more surprised that Pawn is not even gonna allow us to reach her home planet. Federation Force gets more hate than it deserves, but it isn't super amazing. I completely agree. I think it's great. And I think it definitely gets a lot more hate, but...
We have gained control of the Leviathan.
Hold on. Emerald Dane wanted to interrupt me.
Open a wormhole and warp to phase.
We're gonna go kick Pawn's door open.
It's time to end this. Once you rendezvous with the fleet, we'll head straight into the belly of the beast.
And that beast is Pawn.
I look forward to fighting alongside you again, Samus. Godspeed.
So does God exist in the Metroid universe? Because Emerald Dan said Godspeed? Oh my god, more at 11. Oh my god. Yeah, no, I mean, I enjoyed Federation Force and all that other stuff. It's more that it kind of sucks about the 3DS's limitations, and that, you know, it would have been great on a Switch and stuff like that. It was just awkward timing and all that, and I think people... It's the same thing with Other M. I just think people over-exacerbate the problem. Not to say that there's not a problem in it, but I think people also tend to exacerbate it.
Please be sure to prepare yourself. We wish you the best of luck.
I love the bass boost they use for the Aurora unit's voices. It's so fucking cringy, but I love it. So much, I mean. And all that other stuff. Of course God exists. Where else would bird magic come from? Well, birds, of course. It's their magic. Oh. It's up against Taco. Thank you, Taco.
No problem. That's probably going to be it for the stream, though.
I know, I still appreciate it, dude. Like, do not take me... I really appreciate all the support everybody's been able to contribute.
We appreciate it, but it's still not a copy of Pikmin 4.
Yeah, Taco, where's that copy of Pikmin 4?
You're never getting it.
Oh. Can we change the meme for Mario Wonder then? No, I think it's sillier with Pikmin 4.
Yeah, Pikmin 4 is sillier.
Pikmin 4 sounds better than Mario Wonder as a meme. Probably would have got better reception if Nintendo let people know that they were making a side game and not pass it off as a mainline game. Well, I think that was something more about the audience, to be quite honest, because when Federation Force was announced, it really gave me the vibe of it being a side game. Nothing really pointed it as being another mainline entry. They just sort of used mainline entry because it indeed is trying to bridging the gap between Corruption and Prime 4, or whatever came next. Before Prime 4's cancellation and restart development back in 2019, of course. And I think it was kind of easy to see it that way, given the title and all this other stuff. So I think that if they also had shown, you know, Samus came back, Samosa returns, it would have been nice. Also, thank you. Is that you, Taco? Because I cannot read that.
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you.
I'm gonna have to do one more because then it's gonna be at 2:30. It's at 2:29 right now.
Wait, what? Of course, God exists. She's called Yuri. I love Yuri from Near Reincarnation. Hey, I think it's about time to redeem the IOU. But Pawn, can we at least reach phase? But yeah, chat. If there's videos regarding Metroid or other games, not necessarily Metroid, do you want to see from my perspective? Like I said, there's a channel on the Discord server, and I'm every once in a while making community posts. Those are probably the easiest ways that you can get me to know what type of video or idea or stream you would like to see me do. So like if you're ever like, oh gosh, I wish that Orpheon or Albert or wherever you want to call me did a video about like a review on Metroid Fusion, or talking about the horror Metroid Fusion or some other beeswasks, then just let me know. Because usually thinking about what I do next is what I struggle with the most. I want you to scream love about Yuri, Noel, Gale, Hina, Akeha, Bolt Lady, Boltman, Mary. Yeah, I love those guys. You forgot Demos. Shoutouts to Winsing, the only other Metroid non-born character in this game to receive the name. My friends wants Hunters to be remade. Yeah, that's the one game I thought deserves the remake remaster treatment the most. It's definitely Prime Hunters. Like, all those people who say about Super Metroid, I think that, like, first we should do Hunters, because this has a lot of potential. And all that, and then, you know, we could worry about stuff like Fusion. I'm afraid about creating stagnation with just wanting to remake every Metroid game, because just cuz. Oh no. Big space battle. Star Wars or something.
Pew, 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 pew.
Pew 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 pew. I always thought this set piece was cool. I'm not gonna lie. Oh look, it's Pawn's Goopy Planet. We're gonna go kick her door open and force her to come on stream. Get off my swamp! There she is.
Get off my swamp!
For those who do not get the joke, our resident Pawn friend Pawn, who voices Dark Samus in the Orpheon videos, really loves Phazon and really likes Dark Samus.
Protective shield.
Pawn, you're being arrested for Phazon tax evasion. They fly now? They fly now. They fly now. Alright, Pawn, I'm gonna take one step on your front door. Oh no. I can feel the cringe. Oh no, the cringe is growing inside of me. No Samus, no Duendes.
Protective shield, no Samus, no Duendes. No Marcianito.
Oh look, Phazon Overload. Like, well, this is just gonna be the Pawn joke streams, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Have you made a video about Face as a whole? No, I have not. But like, what do you mean by a video of Face as a whole?
Oh, wait. This Pawn.
No way.
Protective shield!
No way. It's not.
Protective shield!
What are you talking about? It's not her.
Protective shield. Get off my home.
Pawn, Pawn, it's been 2 weeks since you've left this place. We've come to kick you out so you can see some sunlight.
No.
Protective shield!
Pawn, this place is a mess.
No. Leave my house.
Paul, you haven't paid your rent and look at the mess you caused.
Look, we're just the eviction center. Dank Samosa is tired of you not paying Phazon taxes.
What do you mean?
We don't make the rules. Alright, yeah. Which is the best Prime? Only played the first one. In my opinion, it's Echoes. My beloved.
So too.
Yeah.
Same.
Pawn, yours is,
so
a
for everybody
answer.
who was not getting the chat, the jokes in the chat, this is our Pawn. Say hi, Pawn.
Hi.
She loves Phazon.
I haven't been on stream for a while.
Pawn, from a scale of 1 to 10, how do you want to describe to chat how much you like Phazon?
Yes. My food.
And we jump we fall.
And how much do you like Dark Samus?
Ooh.
Ooh.
That sounds like a very quiet Pawn. Does she no longer
Sorry.
love Dank Samosa?
It's not that.
Wow.
I was looking for sound. I was looking for something in the soundboard.
I shouldn't.
Oh wait, here it is. There you go.
Alright, Pawn. Dank Samosa and regular Samosa are both in a train tracks. You can only save one of the two. Who do you choose?
Dark Samus.
Wow.
No hesitation.
No hesitation.
Wow.
Pawn is basically Anakin at Samus with the I need him! I need her!
My God.
She's too powerful to be left alive, but I need her.
You don't have all the facts, but I love her.
Yes, you don't have the facts. There we go. I killed that thing.
You don't have all the facts.
I really love this place, to be quite honest. It's such a cool finale.
It's very blue.
It's and purple. You know, what if it was purple?
What if it was purple?
Anyways, not IOU.
What do you mean, IOU? But
You still owe me.
No, I don't. You've rescued me so many times.
Yes.
Oh my
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean? Ow.
What do you mean? I redeemed it, and then I said, you know what? Keep it as an IOU, and since we're here,
For real? Are you really gonna make me have to do this entire thing twice?
Yes.
I just wanna finish the game.
No.
But I just wanna finish the game.
The IOU.
What do you mean?
What about that IOU?
What about it? What do you mean? The fuck do you mean? What I mean is a video explaining what Face is and what we know about it from the games, like a Face 101 video. No, I haven't not done that, but I'll definitely add that to the list. We'll have Pawn as a guest star for it.
Beginning. It's Pawn's house. It's Pawn's house.
Yeah, the intro gag will be like, you know, one of those 70s, 80s sitcoms about the house and whatever, you know? Like Family Matters or whatever.
And there's just laugh tracks.
Yeah, and it's like, honey, I'm home. It's just Pawn.
Oh my God.
Spawn walking back into Face is to say hi to Deng Samosa. I really love the idea of Faces having all these sort of organic, chaotic things around it. I'd wish there was more goop, though. Seems very crystal solid. Oh no, it's a grabby hand. Alright.
There.
I'm just trying to make my way downtown, walking fast.
Get out of my house.
No. We've come to
Get out of my house.
We've come to tell you about the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV, which has a free trial up to level 70. It now includes Stormblood because Stun trailer is coming out next year.
Lizard?
Yes, Lizard. Pawn stands for Phazon for life. It's just a shit post. Oh, that's great.
My God.
That's great. Gotta love the fact that I'm like, you know, I'm just gonna make this stream. We'll finish Metroid Prime 3 and then we can play something else. And then somebody in chat had to rat us out and tell Pawn. I was trying to make this as smooth as possible for her, but you guys had to do this.
Alright, who told her?
Somebody's saying, quick Pawn, Dang Samosas at your front door. Go answer it. Guys, I think she legit left.
Alright, go.
Did Pawn leave?
Turn left, go. She comes back.
No. No, I'm still here.
Oh, but Dang Samosas in your front door.
Yeah. She's waiting for you to open the door.
More creepy thing.
I would have heard the yahaha.
That's your doorbell?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. That's not gonna work.
Somebody in chat is asking what does red Phazon taste like, Pawn?
You know the cherry flavored candies?
Like cherry Jolly Ranchers?
Yeah, I like the Jolly Ranchers. There you go.
I immediately thought of the Jelly Jolly Ranchers.
So does regular blue Faison taste like blue raspberry?
Ironically enough, they're like my favorite candy.
Oh, of course.
If I were to have candy.
Of course, because it looks like a goop. Like the blue Gatorade, right, Fawn? Blue Gatorade.
Blue Gatorade, yeah.
Also, neat little Easter details here for anybody who didn't notice. Those are like Metroid Prime carcasses. These husks are identified to the bioform you encounter within the crater of Talon 4. There's like 2 or 3 of them around here. Where is the other one? Oh, here's some more of its crab legs. Yeah. That was probably my favorite little like environmental detail about Phase as a whole. It's just that we get to see the Metroid Prime again.
It's so cute.
It's so cute.
So cute. Pawn, someone's wanting to know what purple Faison tastes like.
Purple Faison tastes like? You know that purple, grape flavored soda?
Ooh.
Grape Fanta?
Ooh,
yeah, grape Fanta. There you go.
I love some grape Fanta. Grape. El de uva. I hate this part of Face though. I hate this place. I hate this place. Pawn, clean
get out.
Pawn, clean your fucking house.
No.
Pawn, your lizard sent me to go look for you, okay?
Lies.
What
Those
do you
are
mean
lies.
Your lizard is like, where's Pawn? Her free will is an illusion. Your Final Fantasy XIV subscription. I'm here to remind you about it.
I was playing with Lizard.
Huh?
I was playing with Lizard. Of course, not right now, but I was playing with Lizard.
Oh my gosh. I hate my setup for this particular part of this particular piece of shit. There's a lot of things in Prime 3 that just... And of course, the larva already moved to the other side, so now there's gonna be more enemies that spawn on the... I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose my freaking mind. This is more torture. Come on, can you kill the stream?
No, since you want to stay and make it smooth for me.
Fucking... I hate this larva thing. Please die. Please die. Please die. Please die.
No.
Please die. Please
No.
die. Please
No.
die.
No.
Why does it have
No.
so much health?
Yes.
Because it's my stove. Get out of my kitchen.
That's your kitchen? Why do you have bugs in your kitchen, Pawn? Where's this bit
Seasoning.
going?
I don't know.
Where's this bit going? Where's this bit going?
I really don't know.
There we go. Destroyed.
No, my stove. Alright, I gotta go.
But Pawn, wait, Pawn.
Oh,
Pawn.
she left.
No, just when we get to Dark Samus, she leaves.
Yep.
Oh well. Oh. Ooh.
What is that?
There she is, Chad. Everybody clap.
Oh my god.
Woo!
Oh.
I'll clap. Let's give it up for Dark Samus. Let's give it up for Dinks and Mirza. The coolest fight in Metroid Prime, in my opinion. I might hate a lot of things from Corruption, but boy, does this boss fight go extra hard. Why doesn't Dang Samosa fight like this in Smash Brothers, Sakura guy?
Well,
Why
then she'd
not?
be too overpowered.
No, she'd be so cool.
So cool and overpowered.
Yeah, and look how well that's going for Minecraft, Steve. This song is not even in Smash Brothers. What the fuck, man? Bake some memes. Oh, I'm just seeing chat. Thank you, Shira, and have a nice night, and I'll check the memes when I have the chance. Maybe we can have a little bit of a meme showcase. For those in the Discord server, there's a special thread for memes for streams and stuff like that, so we can showcase them. Look, it's that victory screen.
Whoa!
Again, why isn't
Epic flips.
Hey, Chad, you want to see a cool little detail about this fight? Of course you do. The clones are called Dark Echo. And in Japan, Metroid Prime 2 is called Dark Echo. It comes full circle, man. I don't know. I don't know what was with the voice. Oh, and now she's invincible, yeah. What's going on?
I'm looking at the memes Shira made.
Oh.
They're all Shrek templates.
Alright, so are we gonna honor Ponza IOU or Gabe?
It's up to you.
Gabe?
Is Gab here?
Is Gabe here?
I don't think so.
I think Gabe left again as well. Again, why doesn't she fight like this in Smash Brothers? Massive Hero Soccer guy.
Orpheon was muted or something.
What?
I was talking the entire time and you were replying to me.
You were muted, my guy.
No, I wasn't even muted. My mic just decided to just not work anymore.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
I was talking the entire time and both of you were replying to me.
Oh. But chat, chat, she's not just an Echo Fighter. She's a Dark Echo Fighter. Somebody said in chat. That's a good one, chat. Alright, Gabe, are we honoring Ponza IOU?
No.
No?
When she's here for the stream, she can honor it.
She was here.
Well, yeah, but I mean for longer.
No, she left that date Samus.
She left just as we were gonna go fight Dark Dang Samosa.
I think that she doesn't really care about Dang because she left before she got to see him.
No, I think it's more of the opposite. She's one of the Dark Echoes. So see, here's the thing. She's the one in the suit right now. We're fighting Pawn. This is not really Dark Samus. She's pretending to be Dark Samus so that we could not, like, defeat her wife.
That makes sense.
I also always loved how the Dark Echoes just, like, attack you independently from one another. This fight is so cool, guys. This fight is just so fucking cool. It's so cool. Like, if I were to make, like, top 10 Metroid Prime boss fights, this is easy contender for #1. It's just the theme, the way it moves, Dang Samosa being so cute. Oh, there's the laugh. I fucking love that fat laugh. Pawn has identical powers to Dang Samosa. Yes, because she's become corrupted by Dang Samosa. You guys haven't met Pawn, but she's quite literally just another Dang Samosa because of her phase on corruption. I kid you not, chat, she purposely kept getting the corruption ending just because she likes Dang Samosa that much. There we go.
Dink is dead.
And now we go from what was arguably the coolest boss fight in the entire series to mid, in my opinion. Metroid Pawn 3 Corruption. Pontroid 3 Corruption, chat member. Pontroid 3. Why else would she eat so much face on? Good point, chat. Actually trying to save Fawn from Dank Samosa's corruption. Yes, for the sake of her lizard. Okay, so yeah, my thing with this boss fight isn't so much that we're fighting the Aurora unit, but that this is how we end the Metroid Prime trilogy. With something that resembles more Mother Brain than the Phazon that the whole series has been known for. You know? It's like if at the end of Dread, all of a sudden Phazon shows up, and you're fighting, not even Ravenbeak, you're fighting fucking, I don't know, Kraid, no, not even, like, fucking Mother Brain, or whatever. A Metroid Prime shows up instead of fighting Ravenbeak.
Oh, there you go.
So I would have made this, like, a different boss somewhere else in the game. Especially because, like, after the stream I'll show you, there's some concept art for what seems to be a potential second phase for the Dark Samus fight. That it was so way cooler, in my opinion, than this. Because it's like you hype up Dark Samus and all this other stuff, and then the final boss is just this. It's cool that it's got so many attacks, though. That's pretty cool. Like, objectively speaking, I could place this very high up in the tier list if I were to make a tier list video for these boss fights like I did for the ones for Metroid Prime 1. But I don't know. It's just that I was expecting something more unique to the trilogy, to this Metroid Prime trilogy. Come on. Come on, Nunchuck.
Your Nunchuck is failing.
Yeah, I might be too close to the sensor bar and stuff like that. I'm on an awkward angle. Given the way my TV is set up and motion controls and stuff. The fight should have been the first... This fight should have been first, then Dark Samus. Oh, totally agree. Like, just swap the order. Dark Samus is inside the Aurora unit, and then you defeat the Aurora unit, and then Dank Samosa shows up, and she's like, yo, what up? What are you doing in my house? Because, like, with this, you're implying that the Aurora unit is stronger than Dark Samus? Because... reason? A 1,000 kills. Oh, it's interesting that it counts these Dark Echoes as kill confirms for the achievement thing.
Well, there you go. Now you know something you probably didn't know.
Well, the boss is almost dead. Trying to reach at. But I have to pay attention to where I aim. We don't want to waste too much more time.
But just saying, I think a cool concept, in my opinion, would be that you have Samus use one noticeable ability from other hunters as a final insult to Samus from her journey across plans to eliminate her. Oh, Dark Samus, not Samus. Okay.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, that could be interesting. It's sort of like last hurrah for your inventory and stuff like that. Again, in my Metroid Prime 3 like disappointment video that I made, is that if this game really feels focused more on hyper mode than the rest of your arsenal. So the rest of the abilities you get really feel like, how do I say it, like non-existent, because none of the bosses really take much use with it aside from maybe the grapple beam. The rest is just aim, shoot, aim, shoot, shoot, aim. I'll re-chat after we're done with this fight. Do not worry. I see that you guys are writing about like some depth stuff, and I'm definitely interested on reading it, but there's a giant Andros motherfucker on my screen.
So Red Chat says, according to an interview I've seen with a former developer, Dark Samus Battle went through 2 whole different rewrites. So I guess that puts things a bit more into perspective as to why it is that way.
Can chat link that video? I'd be really interested to see interviews from Retro. Like, again, the team who made these 3 games, or these trilogy, are like some of my childhood heroes, because, you know, they made the stuff that made me a fan, alongside Sakamoto with Fusion. So... I can say the same for Mercury Steam. Oh yeah, right, there's a phase 2, I forget. It's now the same boss, but no, it's floating! Again, why does this get 2 faces, but not Dang Samosa? Serious. And, I don't know. I don't find this boss theme to be that much more interesting than some of the other bosses that we've seen in the trilogy. I think that, soundtrack-wise, I've always said that Corruption is the weakest in my opinion. But that's, again, saying, like, if the other 2, I give them a 10, I give this a 9, so to speak. And I don't know, this just seems like any other boss music I've heard throughout the game. And when you compare it to the Emperor Ing's second theme, or the Metroid Prime core theme, it's kind of like... And, I don't know. Am I the only one who thinks that, chat?
Do not know, myself, at least.
Prime 1 is my favorite out of the 3? Oh, I can totally understand why any game of this trilogy would be, like, the favorite for anybody. Like, I get it when people say Corruption is my favorite, or Prime is my favorite, or Echoes is my favorite, because they're cultured people. But that's kind of what I like about the Prime trilogy, is that each game is so distinct from one another. That, like, there's a lot of game series that when a sequel comes out, it makes the other ones in the franchise be sort of more irrelevant to play, and I didn't really feel like that with the Metroid Prime trilogy. I feel that H1 has such a good job at creating its own identity and gimmicks that if you go back to play one game, like, because Echoes came out, it did not make the original Metroid Prime game feel obsolete. And I think that sometimes it's things that are missing on some sequels, where they're just like... Or I guess it more goes to show how brilliant the first game was, and there we go. This game is over, finally. It took me forever.
My favorite is Dread.
Alright, Pawn, it's time for you to wake up. Echo's escape theme is peak. I agree. That's my favorite escape theme in the entire franchise.
So after this, will you have like an escape sequence?
Uh-uh.
Nothing,
Nope.
just end?
Yep, it just ends. No escape sequence, no nothing.
Huh, weird.
I know. I guess they did it the inverse, where getting to face was such a hard challenge, to be quite honest, that they did not want to put just an escape sequence after going through a gauntlet to fight 3 bosses and then get out. And this is actually the one Metroid Prime game that Pawn has not finished. This is not a bit. This is no joke. Pawn has never finished Metroid Prime 3 because she refuses to finish
to kill Dark Samus.
And I respect that. Alright. Rundus is my favorite theme of Metroid Prime 3. For me, it's a tie between Rundus and Gendrada in terms of theme song.
In terms of character,
and because it wouldn't be a Metroid game, hold on, if it wouldn't be a Metroid game, there it is. Everybody clap. There it is. Metroid tradition. Planet has to go. Planet has to go. If Prime 3 had more required exploration and focused less on hyper mode, it would have been absolutely amazing. Totally agree. That's that's sort of my main nitpick or critique with this game. And also, in a sense, more enemy varieties. Because I feel that the planets feel kind of lifeless when we don't really get to see much bioforms that were for the planet and where they will live. Like, aside from the Reptilicas, the Steam Lord, and maybe the Warp Hogs, there is really not many iconic creatures. While when I think about the other two Prime games, I can immediately point to so many, like, creatures that just, like, just come to mind and stuff like that. Metroid Echoes had the best main menu theme out of the entire Metroid themes. Yes, I agree. I love Echoes' menu theme.
The wormhole has disappeared. All the Leviathans are gone. The crisis is over.
We did it, guys. We killed Pon's food supply.
Negative, sir. No contact.
This bit is never gonna get old. Samus on her way to blow up another planet. It's another Tuesday for her. But, I mean, did she really blow up the planet? It seems more like an accidental thing than her purposely, like, the planet needs to go.
Sir, we're receiving a transmission from Samus's ship.
You do escape the main Federation ship at the beginning of Prime 3. Not only that, but also when you make the... that was such a cop-out, because when I was a kid, it's like, no way she's gonna speak. No way they're gonna have Samus say one line at the end of the trilogy. And no, it didn't happen, and I was very disappointed when I was a kid. But yeah, like, not only do you escape the Olympus at the start of the game, you also have an escape sequence when you're dropping the Theronian bomb. And you gotta fix the sort of, escape pod or whatever. Pawn without her phase-on supply, yeah. Just in time. There he is! There he is! There he is. My boy. My boy. And he's gone. And there she is, my favorite. She's the best. I will fight the internet. She's the best out of the three. I love her so much. She's so cool, and her fight has so much storytelling that I could make an entire 15-minute video about it. I should. Though I would have to think about the visuals, because, like, how much can I cut Gendrada jumping around? Her boss fight sucks, though. I'm saying it story-wise. Her boss fight sucks.
But what about the Gendrada jump scare?
What about the Gendrada jump scare? Absolute legends. Anybody whose name is in this, just fucking absolute legends. Just... everybody who's in this game and its name's rolling over here, thank you so much for making such an amazing game. Like, it's hard for me to express how much the Metroid Prime trilogy and Fusion sort of mean to me. So, in like Dread nowadays and stuff like that. But, oh, there he is, Iwata and Tanabe. I keep mentioning them in the videos. It's... Again, the whole development cycle of these games, especially the first Prime game, is the best example of never fucking give up on your project and just put the passion into it and you can make it somehow work. So, like, everybody who's in this credit sequence, no matter how little work you did or anything, and who was at the company when these games were being made, thanks for giving me something that means so much to me. I don't know if we want to watch the entire credits or just skip towards the end, because then again, I'm hearing the Metroid Prime 3 theme. It goes a little bit too hard. It really does sell that it's the end of the trilogy and the phase and all that stuff, which I wish you got to feel more with the story. And all I wanted to say is thanks to Moshe, she showed up a little bit more.
Samus Aran's arduous fight against Phazon has ended. However, in the vast regions of space, this victory is just a twinkle of a star. spreading the light of hope through
I completely I keep forgetting about that narration. I keep forgetting about that narration. And it's funny now that we have the remaster and we can hear the first narration of the Orpheon and how extra cheesy it is as this one. I don't really like how the theme changes in this part. It's not that it's triumphant, but it feels a little bit too choiry. I don't know if that's the way you put it. I still think that the best credits theme in the trilogy is Echo's Fight Me. But I know I'm a credit Echo's bias. Kenji Yamamoto make bad music challenge impossible. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, even the tracks I do not like from Metroid Prime 3 and all that stuff, I would say they're good pieces of music and stuff like that, or at least decent. Rip 100%? What do you mean? We got 100% last stream. So, yeah. Nobody tell Pawn. We killed her.
Yep.
One bully less.
I'm gonna tell her.
She already
I'm telling
knows.
her.
She already knows. Alright, chat. Now that we're done with this, I guess we can look at some of the bonuses and stuff like that, and, oh, sorry, never played this game. You're good, chat member, don't worry. The 100% ending tends to come after the credits. At least in the main 3 Prime games. But don't worry, you're all good. Everybody's good. I saw a clip of the 100% part where Samus enters a ship. Yeah, that plays after the credits. It's just that obviously, you know, everybody on YouTube who is just gonna cut the credits because they're long. So, the question is, chat, I can play for like a little bit more. It's time to decide what we're gonna play, what we're gonna do. Given how there's so many people here, I felt like might as well continue a little bit longer. I don't know if we want to keep it within Metroid or change it to something like Pikmin or Zelda or Armored Core. But at least I want to go through the bonuses since we're finally done. And here's the 100% ending.
We could beat up Taco Marvel.
Or Tekken.
I mean, either options. We're just gonna beat up Taco.
Gosh, I forget how long her ponytail is in this game. It just shames. Sorry, I had
but
to
you
do
have
the
that figure. You have the figure.
Yeah. I mean, it's not... There's technically no Metroid Prime 3 figure, but I guess we can count the Yu Yin Zero Zoot Samus.
I'm pretty sure it's the same model.
No.
No? It ain't the same model?
Chad, what the fuck? Who is this? Is that the Delano 7? Oh my gosh! I cannot wait
13 years
to see what happens next!
Yay! Yay! Hyper mode difficulty activate. Active.
Do it. Now you have to play on hyper mode difficulty.
We can make that a stream incentive.
Why, is it that hard?
Yes.
Coward.
I mean,
100,000 channel points.
Taco, make it happen. Or a copy of Pikmin 4.
No.
Yeah, all you need is a copy of Pikmin 4.
I know the Dread Figma. There is
no.
Yes, there is a Metroid Prime 3 Figma, which is technically the same as Echoes, but I was referring us to Zero Suit Samus, not Varia Suit. Hyper mode, you mean normal mode? Yeah, totally. Because I'm a filthy casual baby. Chat, I own like 3 copies of this game. I'm not even kidding.
I thought you have 4.
Maybe? I wouldn't be surprised if I, like, go look for my games and then a 4th copy of another Metro game pops open.
Because I think you had an open one, a steel one, and 2 different version ones.
If my memory serves correctly, yes, I do have a sealed version. I have 2 opened versions. The one I got from 2000 back in 2009, and then one that I bought because I saw it used at a GameStop for like $20 back in like 2011, and I'm like, this is a steal. I'm gonna get it because I just like Metroid Prime now. Pawn already. I miss my wife.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Paul. She's okay. She's okay. We made the bit that it wasn't Dark Samus we were fighting. It was just you corrupted by Dank Samosa. So we freed you from the Phazon corruption just so you can get back into the Phazon corruption.
And don't worry, Albert didn't save, so it's not canon.
Yeah, we didn't save. It's not canon. She's still there. We didn't save. See? We made a compromise, Pawn. Oh, these have been of great reference for me. These storyboards. Oh, that's kind of smart how they use that arrow as part of the box itself. Promo package. Samus package. Creature. Is the Samus package the one that's got the dank? No. I really like this piece a lot. I do not know what it is about it, but I like that pose in the right. I think this is perhaps very action-packed. Oh, of course, I do not have friend vouchers. Yeah, this is not my actual 100% save file. Shit. Dioramas. It sucks that they decided to put these with the friend vouchers because, like, unless you download a 100% file off the internet, which honestly is very easy to do, there's nothing you can do. She's in the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV. Yes. Dark Samus left the Metroid universe to go have a vacation in fucking 14 land. Oh boy. I love these pieces. If only we got like a proper art book so we can like truly admire all these art bits and stuff like that. I remember that for a project in college, we had to recreate like a scene, and I recreated this particular piece of art because
I remember a project that you had that we had to do an illumination on a fucking factory, and you just put Samus dancing somewhere.
Yeah.
You had Samus in every project.
Yeah, I literally, back in like my animation school days, I really did hide something Metroid related or Samus in every single one of my projects. Just because I really liked Metroid.
I think the only non-Metroid project you had was that Mega Man live action.
Yeah, but that was different. That was like with some other people. So this gore concept art is very, very different. And I don't know if I like it more or less. I guess I like it less because it feels more Star Warsy than Metroid to me. These are cool though, the Berserker Lords. The Reptilicus. Our boy Rundus. Flying Thingy. Steam Bots. Steam Lord. Cool trooper art that we didn't get to see in the game. And that thing that shows up in one room and I hate. So my girl Gandrada's... For fuck's sakes, Nintendo. Yeah, this is a thing. Gosh, now I want to play Echoes. I really want to play Echoes now. It's so cool.
So cool, chat. So cool, guys.
It's so cool, guys. I just... Echoes, my beloved. Just start playing. We can't stop you. I know, but like... The better question would be, what version of Echoes do we want to play? Do we want to play the trilogy version? Do we want to play the GameCube version? Do we want to play a randomizer? Do we want to play crowd control?
Randomizer.
Crowd control.
Crowd control randomizer.
Yeah.
Wow. That would be impossible.
No, that will be fun.
Metroid Prime 2 Chaos.
Alright, let's make it a donation incentive or something, and I'll sit down and play. I'll fucking play the game.
Randomizer. Fuck, I forgot the words now. Help me, Taco.
Randomizer crowd control?
Yes.
Or Metroid Prime 2 Chaos Edition?
There's a Chaos Edition?
Well, that's what I'm just calling it. Randomizer crowd control.
Okay, I thought there was like a legit Chaos mod, and I was gonna be like, yo, what? For real?
There maybe it is.
I mean, maybe.
Maybe. We haven't checked hard enough. Alright.
There might be a Metroid Prime co-op at this point.
Let me check the meme.
Ooh, that could be fun.
I'm seeing the memes here. It's posted on the Discord.
Oh, now you have to share them with the stream.
Yup.
Alright, hold on. Let me at least play something a little bit more chill. How's about that? No.
Does Armor Core count as chill?
No, I was gonna say music-wise first.
Ah.
Oh, hey, you want to know what one of the first things that pops up is when I search up Metroid Prime 2 co-op mod?
What?
Is Albert's video of a look back at Metroid Prime 2 multiplayer.
It's a shame that there's no regular Torvus Bog unless it's hidden in these. And I hate that because Torvus Bog is my favorite theme. Vanilla Torvus Bog, not this, which is just Red Brinstar. I'm just seeing the memes. Alright. Hold on, let me set this up so we can show it on stream real quick. I can't decide. I feel bad that I rushed through Metroid Prime 2 when I wanted to get to Prime 3. Oh yeah, but you know, nothing's stopping you from going back and trying it again. I feel that these games, especially the Prime Saga, are like asking for you to just take your time and enjoy each game and stuff like that, you know? Here's the first meme Shira made. You come in her swamp to speak about the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV. I think she'd be excited to talk about the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV. On with the blue Gatorade. It's funny because she once told us that was legit, like, how she goes to see the blue Gatorade, and then I miss my wife. Hello, Pawn. You are being arrested for facial tax evasion. Protective shield. No Samus. No duendes. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Shira, for the memes. These are great. Again, if you want to make memes for the streams, send them my way. We'll show them. The Discord server is probably the easiest because there's just a thread for it. While I'm here, let me see if there's... Oh, here's another one that we should show. Oh, but I actually have to, like, physically, like, load this one.
No, my immersion.
But too bad. Ugh. Hold on. This yet another meme made by Shira, based around the other day's corruption stream, Metroid Prime 3.
Leave me alone!
It's the fucking phasoids just torturing me. I fucking hate phasoids so much. They're the worst enemy in all of Metroid. I do not care. Do not at me. They're the worst. Oh, gosh.
Leave me alone.
Leave me alone. Alright.
No one likes them.
The question is, do we want to keep it going with a stream or just chill with Metroid here for a bit? I don't mind chilling either, chat. It's up to you guys. I want to do something that you guys think it's fun.
I think it would be fun if you and I play some 38X.
Would it, though?
To me, yeah.
It's not my lizard.
But it has a girl with blue eyes and blonde and blue armor.
It's not Seamus.
No, girl Mega Man.
I'm trying to think. Because we could go to Armor Core. Because some people in the Discord server have been asking, oh, it stops playing. And here I thought it was going to be like an indefinite loop. We could swap to Armored Core just for the sake, that it's
for variety.
For the sake of variety, and like I'm thinking also realistically speaking, like if I were to play something, it'd be for like another 30 minutes or so. I want you to play Prime 2 GameCube since it's the harder version. I think we did that on stream.
Is it?
Yes, it is. The American release of Echoes is the hardest version of the game. I think we did that on the stream once. I am not sure if it's on the VOD channel. I don't know if that was before I had the epiphany of, I should probably record these and upload them onto a second channel so that people who are interested, for whatever reason, to watch these streams have an easy and accessible way for them to watch it. Randomizer, please. Okay, we can do a randomizer, because Pawn also likes randomizer, but the thing is, I need to set up the seed and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
So, I'd say...
Let's save the randomizer for another day, maybe for next stream.
Yeah, because I know Pawn likes
prepare
those, and it'd be fun to have Pawn around just because she really enjoys those. Same as Inferno and the other co-hosts that are there. So, I know. Hold on. I'm gonna have a quick BRB.
Especially because we can make it a drinking game.
Yeah, we can make it a drinking game, and I will die. I will die. Oh, I forgot I had this all this time. Look, it's Chad. It's the lizard. There she is. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have a quick BRB. So I'll have a quick BRB, get some water and stuff, stretch my legs for a little bit, and then we'll see what we play that might be a little bit short. I'm gonna swap to the BRB screen, but don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. We'll play for like another 30 minutes or so, and all that stuff. So I'm just gonna put it on the BRB so that way it's easier on everybody. But I'll be right back.